Hey, how you doing? Name's Noella. Actually, Sport Shop, whatever the hell you want to call me. But thank you for coming back and tuning in to another episode of the D20 Misfits. Sit back. We're about to show you some severe fuckery. With that being said, hopefully you enjoy everything you like. Please hit the subscribe button. Do all the other shit that people always say that I don't fucking know because I'm not smart enough to think about things. And get some snacks and enjoy.
Welcome back, guys, for our recap. You all came to the Wizards of Wine, the Winery, the brewery. Upon request from Danica and Earl, you guys went, noticed that as soon as you got there, right before you got there, you got flagged down by one of the members of the Markovia family. And their eldest son, Andre, asked you guys to stay clear, that there's bad things that way. And then he also, once you guys got more into it and saying that you guys were helping the Keeper of Feathers, kind of switched gears a little bit and saying that his father was held hostage by these tree wood type entities, these creatures made out of vine and twig, and cloaked figures with staffs kind of controlling them, or at least hurting them. On arriving at the brewery at a safe distance, you guys noticed that there were about 60 or so of these creatures. With a quick last minute diversion of setting fire to one, causing everybody to go over there, running to the stables, which was the closest building or structure there, barring and regrouping, and unleashing the horses to plow away while you guys diverted into the actual brewery. There, you guys ran into a number of these creatures, these vine twig creatures, and seeing that they were being shepherded by these humanoid cloaked figures with staffs, almost like they were controlled. Find more and more out that these were druids that were controlling these blights. Scouring the whole brewery, you guys managed to find yourself into the basement and seeing feeling this cold presence, this cold, low mist hanging over the floors. Seeing shadows going from behind these latticed work wine bottle holders, shelves of them. The group split in two and went into two different sides of the room. The room was split into two by a little divider. Upon dispatching them all, you guys felt more of a cold presence coming from the wall, that you sooner or later figured out that this was a secret passage that you opened up, and you found this brown mold clinging to the walls and the floor. Closer examination, this mold was indeed giving off the cold essence. And there in the distance, in this little cave, this natural little cave, you see bound, frozen almost, is the head of the Markovia family. Double. Rescue him and bring him back up. You guys ran across another druid that was fleeing, and his staff was a branch, but more of a black branch. And when you got closer, you couldn't understand his language. And as you guys approached a little closer, he held his staff a little bit more tighter, and you could see the red sap, almost blood, oozing from out the tree. Fleeing off, not hearing no more voices or sounds of these creatures or of these druids, Ryo decided to venture outside. Didn't notice anything until Noella bamfed with her misty step and came up behind him, scared him, put him down on his ass. And him looking back at the brewery in shock and awe as he saw roughly 20 ravens perched. Getting Noella's attention to look around was the gasp, that oh shit moment. And then with someone being a little smartass, taking whatever fish or dry meat they had, he waved it up, and then these things came out like a tempest and flew down on him. Right beyond the impact, right when the impact was about to happen, they and they're transformed were these humanoid ravens with swords, spears, all manner of weaponry at hand, pointed at your guys' throats and vital body parts. A little whiles later, a circle of a little flock of them. Two came down and was telling them to stow their weapons. You guys turned and looked, and it was Danica and her. With the scroll that you found, you guys managed to purify the drink there, and started to celebrate. Getting more and more, asking more questions, figuring out what was going on. Noticed that they wanted to hurry up after everything was clear. That the Markolia family wanted to start dispersing their wine, probably switching out or recalling the bad ones. And then something happened where Noella and Danica had a little falling out or a little dispute that easily enough started more than just words being thrown at each other, but a bout to determine the fate of the situation. See who was tougher, who was more right. Before that, noticing these two red dots on the tree line. Not noticing, not seeing anything, just so close together they almost look like a set of eyes. The more you guys strained on it, the more you can see is now the flame, a torch being struck. And seeing it holding, and then this figure stepped a little bit out of the tree line. Whatever moonlight it was there on this cloudy night helped you see that this was almost a fully armored person. Nothing others. Tried to get a little closer, try to get more details on this. All you can ascertain was this was a very armored person with a long sword in hand. And this torch. And right before you're about to get more closer to see it, he waves his torch and flicks it up. And the fire from the torch leaves. And gets centered on Ryo, and it explodes. A massive fireball. Now you had a fight. with this armored figure get mashed in, some get knocked down. Then took off his helmet. You guys realize that some of you look very familiar. So at least 3 of you looked very familiar. Of an old colleague, an old man at arms, as it were, of an old druid you guys once called ally, named Cypress. Engaged you. And it wasn't until Sibonac's last lunge of pure hatred to see Vela get struck down. He lunged, gave the killing blow.
I didn't realize you hated me that much.
As the body goes limp and starts to fall over, Noella does behead him. And all you got out of it, the last bit was, I'm sorry for the pain I've caused. And the body starts to turn to dust. And that dust gets scooped up. But no breeze was there. I scooped up and taken to the thing, and you can see almost that the clouds part ways for it. And now you saw as soon as you looked up there in this starry night, in this hole, you see one lone shooting star. Going back and seeing, how he got here and stuff, if you guys went back to that tree line, you guys noticed a coffin. This coffin opened up, looked to be a Iron Maiden. At least that's what Zior ascertained with Vela and Will Sibonacc and Hooray sleeping. With Noella and Ryu back at the thing, that's when the dispute happened. That's why Noella asked Danica, why weren't you helping? Why didn't you help us take down this armored figure? And it goes about clan against bond. And that's where a fight happened. But as you guys were back there to investigate this thing, as Zio went to go open it up, he saw the dead bodies of Danica and Erwin laying in the coffin. When Ryu got there, and Noella was already preoccupied in a bout with Danica, the rest of you got closer, and you guys couldn't see anything. Only Zior saw those bodies, even with Ryu's torch that he struck. And Zior's the one that told you to stop to put it away, because this fire was burning these corpses, and then you guys started to smell the corpse. And then whatever illusion was dissipating, you could see right now the burning bodies of Danica and Erwin. And as you hurried up and shut the coffin shut, you see the smoke still billowing out a little bit. Then you opened it back up and all you saw was smoke. Couldn't see any bodies. And as Zior reached his hand in, the rest of you saw Zior drop to a knee in a bowing state, and then got up and turned and looked at you guys, sword in hand, as the mist developed and took form. Took form, and Straudh appeared. Easily enough, with this little altercation with Straudh, if any of you come with any aggression towards him, the one companion that has been charmed by him stays and will attack you. If you guys conversed and stuff like that, I believe it happened and he did have to strike. Something provoked him to strike.
He never struck.
I never struck.
It was just
She
me
and him.
and him. And
Molly
Noella.
walked him into
That
the...
was all that was there.
Okay.
And I tried to knock him out.
Right.
And by the sheer laws of physics, he fell into the coffin instead of away from it.
Hit his coffin. Trying to snap him out, Havela struck him. Went to the coffin. He banked off the spikes of the Iron Man. And with his last remaining hit points, bled out. With Noella taking the holy symbol and raising it up high and making the sun appear, put Straudh back, pulled him back behind a tree and hid him as he burned him. And then he commenced with the parlay, saying to shut off the sun and I'll revive the fallen. To show some type of trust, he had a vial of low red liquid and tossed it out to you. Pour in his mouth and he will awaken. But in order to do so, the daylight needed to be shut off. With Noella, Traum was sacrificing herself, saying, "Take me in instead," as the light went out. Sure enough, Straudh accepted, because Noella was in possession of the Holy Symbol. As she went to Zior, sneakily enough, she casted a spell that revived him, really stowed him from dying. Drank this red liquid herself. Gave as right about to drink it, tosses the holy symbol to Siboney. The whole. Already took Straudh and pissed him off. Because I was not against the chords that was struck. Then vanished. Dipped back into the mist and just vanished out of sight. Regrouping, tired, battered, beaten, some on the verge of death, you guys found solace and rested. Right when you guys were resting, as Simnak had the holy symbol on him, he started to talk. Explained who was inside this enemy of Ludana, a cleric of Helva. That was her holy symbol that went against Straudh that she used. Even though she got struck by it, the presence of her deity and her still resided in this amulet. And talked and explained what can be done, or that these powers could help. But notice that somewhat the sentient life that was trapped in this knew that the thing changed, knew that the possession has changed, and didn't quite know who it was talking to. At the same time, felt a presence. As Noella didn't want to be left alone, she stepped in the room and asked to be tied to a chair so she couldn't move. In case anything bad would happen, as you had this dream, this vision, this communication in your stasis, notice that something was wrong, and you turn around, you can see Noella slip free somehow of her bonds, or just her arms. And you see her going like this and taking gulp after gulp after gulp, and seeing this red hue of a mist start to form behind her. And then you guys woke, and that's where we left off.
Get out of here. One walking you.
Driving you.
We back on? You guys woke up the next day. Some of you, full on long rest like nothing ever happened. For those who witnessed the dream, well, with Noella witnessing her dream and Sibonette with his vision, you guys wake up. You notice that back there, as you turn and come out of stasis, because you don't need that much sleep as everybody else. You turn and you look, and Noella's just still sleeping, still passed out. But you can swear. We're actually rolling a perception check. You swear when you look back Noella to see that she's still sleeping, you can almost, it's hard to make out. You don't know if it's there or not. You're kind of at the, you kind of like wipe your eyes, but you swear you saw blood dripping down her mouth. But you're rubbing your eyes and you don't see nothing. Banging your head, looking around, you still
Ting, ting, ting.
you swear for a second. You swore you saw these blood kind of drops, and right in your turning, and you're noticing that you feel the shake in your bag as Avela kind of reaches out.
Just does like the little kid, but like also very caddish, like.
Morning already. I'm hungry. And I'm covered in crusty blood. Mitty did that. Or a rag. It's not a cat. So, is the tie me up lady still tied up?
Yes. Yeah.
We should probably keep it
Help
out.
me out, please.
No.
That's kind of your thing, isn't it? You like that.
I don't know, man.
Keep it
Not
away
anymore.
for a little bit.
We got blanks in here.
For reception, or do I see her arms out of the ropes?
No, you see her arm out
Yeah.
Hey, Studini, how you doing? Can't say Houdini. Studini, how you doing? Need a
And then
hand?
I'm literally just kind of like, will somebody just please untie me?
You need a hand there? Like this. Hey, high five. Oh, you figured it out, did you?
When did you untie me?
I didn't.
I just woke up.
Do you remember anything from last night? Visions, dreams?
Sugar plums
Acts
dancing
a
in your
little
head?
weird in your sleep.
I'm completely untied.
Well, yes, but do you remember anything? As I don't know what would have to suffice, but a dream, a vision, voices in your head.
Oh.
Just like hanging out of the bag, just looking at you.
No, I don't recall
Fitting after last week.
dreaming, honestly.
Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go look in my bag, and she kind of like hops out with a. That's why I gotta clean out the garbage.
I'm just like very full still.
We didn't eat yet. That's all the voices in your head. You're full on it, and it's making your head bigger to went to your tum-tum and went past the boobs. You already have enough there. The eyeball.
Meanwhile, all across the house.
You guys all stayed in the same
No, I didn't.
Zero slept
It's
in the
like
chair
goldfish
downstairs.
slaps the wall.
Zero slept
can I
downstairs.
clean that up
I
in a
slept
minute?
upstairs in the other bedroom.
I got a rope. That's
So you kind of open this door, or
I'll keep that for later.
yeah, open
Yeah,
the door,
pen.
and you see Sibonite
Ooh, I got sparklies. What's
It's time
that?
to get up then.
Ooh.
Yeah, what are our plans for the day?
Oh, look at
What's the time?
them.
Probably go find something stupid to do.
You missed it, Mike.
Totally just missed what happened over there.
She's digging through her bag. She's just like, she's hungry. And he's like, you probably shouldn't eat the fish or anything that's in your bag. And she's like throwing things. Old fish hit the wall. She found string. She's like, I keep that. Found an eyeball and some teeth and everything. And then she's like, hey, found this. I think it's a good gift.
That was funny.
Oh, how about this one? Shing!
I just did that.
Actually,
way.
enjoyed
Oh, I'll see that. What do you need a book for? You don't read.
Simonac.
Can you read?
That's a big better question.
A reed is a plant in the water system, right? Oh, the words in books. I like the pictures better. Yes, I can read.
It's too early for
Okay.
That was a
Hey,
3.5.
Simonac,
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
found
you.
your.
Ryu. Sorry. Sometimes I get really confused with your name. Is anybody else moving around downstairs?
You're moving your
I haven't
legs.
gone down on yet.
Mm.
If I had to guess, I'd assume so. Though if we're making all the ruckus up here.
I really need something to drink. I was confused.
Well, knowing you, it could have been
Water?
anything.
Almost tastes
Sure.
What were you doing with Simonac?
Yeah, that's an even better question. Did you like lick metal? I mean, he's a good shock runner, I guess, apparently.
I didn't think he was a copperhead.
Man, that was actually good.
If it's a storm and you try
See,
to like
every
poke the
now and
phone
again,
at him,
like,
you're
once
gonna
every
get shocked, and if it's
4
cold,
or
you get
5
stuck
weeks,
to
you have a
him.
good joke. Like, whenever you say that, I'm like, because I'm going to look at my tongue, literally. No, thank you, Dad.
That's what she's doing. She's right in front of me.
Alright, well, I guess we need to figure out what our next step is.
First off, let's get some breakfast.
Do I remember like what I saw through the night?
Alright, well, I'm going downstairs. I need a drink. And not an alcoholic.
Say it's a little early, you drunkard. See, I like having the 2 cameras now because I can switch.
Sneaks away with the rope and runs.
Amazing.
Use dancing lights just on a very small screen.
What's the sound of cat food? Cat food!
Can't fucking take.
You need
What's the sound of cat food? Cat food.
like one little one.
What's the sound of that fish makes? Quick! What's the sound it makes? You know?
That's her making a Noella joke.
Quick, there's a child being punched and it's on fire!
Quick, there's a fire to be set.
Damn it, nothing.
I think he needs a.
I wonder what would happen if I shave all his fur off.
Imitate sound of scissors.
That's a great idea. Do you have water? I think cats hate water thrown on them.
You say that, and like, I'm surprised nobody made the joke.
What? Because you
Means
didn't.
Brings new meaning to us.
I was trying not to say it. We were gonna boner fart for a freaking moose elk. whatever.
He's already fucking cut off his name.
Hey, look, it's your biggest fan, Dior. Hold on, I got a second.
Well,
She pulls out there.
What?
I know what you mean.
no, that's when you
Eat food
I just
and
can't wait.
steaky.
no, that's when you just see me. You go over the cake. Here's a full tankard, Z.
Don't keep an eye on him. Okay, where's Watchdog? We need a dog because we have a cat.
And
I almost forgot. I found something in my bag and you won't believe what it was.
what?
This? No, I'm kidding.
See, that's how you wake him up.
No, but seriously, I found our
Too
service
loud.
Service tags.
when we were in the our mercenary guild.
Okay.
I found a bunch of names. And I don't remember them. And her name's on it.
And at that point in time, I'm literally going to stop what I'm doing
Poke
with
straight in the
Z.
face.
I'm gonna turn slowly.
Please tell me you
at
got
both,
like poked your finger in her eye.
and then I'm gonna just turn my head back and walk away.
She like digs him out.
I turned on the lights.
The sun.
The daylight, darling.
Candles. Fire. Children on fire.
Did you grab the cracked one for her?
Torches.
Just bring a leak there, Frank.
Light stuff.
Grabbed the wrong one.
Which is fogged out.
But she like
This is dangerous now. Me having two cameras, you know that, right?
We had, apparently, we had
Oh,
yours
oh,
scraped
I
off as
he's
just
just
a
going up.
fighter. But we had Salon Surger. He was the elf ranger assassin. In our group, we had Kana Lunaria, who was an elf circle moon druid or something. That's where the light comes from, too.
If I may ask, where did you
How the
find these?
fuck
My
are
bad.
you so chipper?
I slept!
I slept.
But I'm covered in crusty blood. That's what you say to children when you're punching them. Listen, if I ever have kids, my first one's gonna be called Sanctuary.
Yeah, because she fucked up. Middle name, I.
Most goblins look very fucked up, so I'm gonna name it Sanctuary. Because it fucked up.
That was good.
But we also had an Agmos Tego. He was a fire out Gensai. I can never say they're saying these right. And he was a fighter. He was a firefighter.
I'll punch myself back to sleep.
So go sleep. Pretend you're a kid. Imagine your younger self.
Imagine you're a small Viking.
It's too early for her shit.
So the only thing I don't understand is
Gag her, please.
listen, that's the only one that likes that.
You're asking
Noella.
Noella. Gag somebody.
I knew it was
I was more directed
You're asking the party slut to.
Hey.
I bite.
That I would probably enjoy that. Never mind, I just fucking stuck my mouth there. That one, so.
Listen, things that go
We
on
don't
your
drink
mouth
here
outside.
because Frank, you can't tell me you and I couldn't
As I
use a
drink
drink
this
right about
yummy
now.
red drink, why do we have
been a
your name
while.
on a tag?
That's why you don't know what's in the cup.
I don't remember you fighting with us. Do you remember fighting
Salud.
in the gym? Oh, I sure as heck don't.
Darling, I said before.
Listen, you
Go to
harlot!
sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I said
I got a way to
before.
do
I
that.
don't think you're doing it hard enough.
Sniff it. It's enough to kill a horse.
What?
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 Huh? Who? What's a what?
Like I said before, darling, we asked some of us won't like to talk about it. And I'm walking completely.
Don't remember. Oh, okay, she's walking with me.
Alright.
Code N.
So we need everybody together, so Noella, you should go and come back.
She's already gone.
Noella.
Senor.
Yes, Sibonite.
We need everybody together so we can figure out our next steps.
Alright.
I've got
So she
good hearing, but
He can hear a kid drop.
I can hear a good drop.
You're a match.
I want to jump the small
He can
child
fire
right
start
now.
before it starts. Oh wait, does he does it? Sorry, I'm done now. Anyway,
Surprised you haven't punted anybody yet.
I'm the only one
Oh, she's about to be a
plus-size.
football.
I'm plus size, play size.
Don't tempt him because that next combat he might punt you.
The next combat. I already said throw me into battle. None of y'all would do it.
He might line you up like he's Pat McAfee and just say,
What's a McAfee tat? McAfee! Good job. Is it a victory slap? Good job. I don't know what it means. He's weird. He speaks weird languages. I don't know where he's from. He might be a witch. I might need to burn him. See where you got the job.
Where's the oil and torch?
both in my backpack.
I've got some.
Hey, listen, he's got oil and a torch. All you do is set a match to his backpack. Oh.
Goes up like a Roman candle.
So she walks up to Zior and climbs up into and by his ear and goes,
Those bindings were taken off without any of us undoing it. And she also said she was thirsty and tasted pennies in her mouth.
I was full. The taste of coffee.
She can hear me.
She is tied up.
Tied her
Yeah,
up last.
she asked for it to happen. Because she hears voices.
Long story short, somebody came in and untied me throughout the night. Sibonite
No
said
one
that he
came
didn't
in
do it.
and untied you. There's nobody there.
And then I moved about too much in my sleep and came untied.
Yes, you were moving a lot in your sleep.
Your knots clearly must not have been as good as we were hoping.
Listen, you were slapping your lips in your sleep. I don't want to know what you're dreaming about. You're holding something. I don't know what. I'm scared.
There's a lot of sparkling going on.
Well, if she tastes the copper, or we'll start calling you Semonac.
Semonac. See? You're doing good tonight. You got two. You got two. That'll be that'll be the only ones you get for about the next 4 weeks.
Yep.
All your jokes will be still as shit because you burned them up tonight.
Yep.
I mean, we have been around some not horribly unattractive people. Maybe I might have had a dream of sorts that doesn't need to be spoken about.
Listen, don't be going Darwin on me.
Another.
Preparing the cat for you.
What are you, a barista? I don't think that's what a cake
Simonac's
sounds
on
like.
fire. You got some very good ones.
It's not like you got a
There's
Yeah.
something, and that's not that one.
Then again, you're always fine.
So,
Yeah.
minus the stuff you don't want to talk about and your odd nameplate, my bad for some reason. We need a plan. What we're doing next.
We had several other destinations,
We
correct?
did. We got the group of, well, they're not barbarians, but they're people that are rough and tough. We have the Lone Scout. We got,
Temple.
Tavi's, tower. We got a temple. We got the abbey.
There's the what was the dragon's called again?
That was the temple. Old,
Temple.
The Amber Temple.
no, there was the other one.
The silver dragons or whatever.
Oh, that is the.
Write that down.
I think I have it written down. Well, actually, hold on.
Somebody does. I remember someone wrote something down about words and stuff.
I think,
Oh, the area of Argenvostolt.
What's it?
but
That's
Can
Mountain?
I see how to spell?
A-R phlegm.
rolled the wrong way. That's pretty good.
ARGYTHOLT.
Put it all together, we got.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Sorry.
Then plus 2.
Not chocolate.
Oh,
Come on, you 37 fucking people should enjoy the funny shit that I say. Tell your
Unless
friends
you're
and
too
get us
young to know
fucking
what that
67.
means.
Bastards.
I thought
Wait,
you
you didn't. You just missed a perfect opportunity to go 69.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Damn it. Let me rephrase
He's too
everything
short.
I just said.
We're on a roll tonight.
Oh, you're on
The
shit.
shit that I say is funny. Share some shit to your friends and get a 69. People. Because fucking 69 is awesome. It's a big good number. I mean, don't. Shut up. Don't judge me already.
That's Noella, folks. So,
Next
party.
prop we got to bring in is a shovel for this one. Help us get to 69 followers and we'll buy him a fucking shovel.
I'm cool with shit with a shovel. Whatever, I'm down with a shovel.
You just keep digging your hole deeper.
I understand now. It took me a fucking minute.
alright, so.
I mean, it could have been a broom, but that character's gone.
She grabs a little bit of food, throws it
The
at you.
character got swept away.
Alright.
Really got shafted.
Oh, there he goes. He's ruined all his good
Yeah,
jokes.
this fucking just burned it off.
Where are we going?
I was thinking
Off the handle again. Sorry.
a place that we. I hate your face. A place that would maybe do us a good amount of justice would be the Abbey.
I mean, you need to go to an abbey. Come on. What the hell? For all I know, there's a keeper of feathers as the nuns. That's all I.
See, the crossing makes sense, but the crocodile.
Gross.
I understand it now. At the time, it was.
I don't think they have a bat in the belfry. I think they have a crow in the belfry. If they have a bat in the belfry, they have a vampire. But it's.
Bat in the belfry.
Oh, Batsy!
I think the abbey would be a plausible good idea. However, we still have a missing scout out there by themselves.
Right.
And.
And poof.
But we also have
No.
the group of very tough and rough mountain peoples, whatever the heck they're called again. So we could get some people behind us, or Noella. We can find the scout, who's probably hopefully not dead by now, while we're eating and
Don't get that
drinking and
train rolling
joking
in.
and making bad puns.
Look, if he's dead.
But he could
Saved
be
them many.
useful to us alive if there's a possibility. Maybe we can get an idea from Danica and Irwin who the scout is and how much use he can or she can.
I understand that, but at the same time, we have to look at it just to see the
No, we saved the many, now let's go save a few. I'm gonna go talk to Dan and Danica. What the fuck?
I'm gonna go talk to Dan Wynn and Ertica. Who the fuck is Dan Wynn and Ertica?
Good night, everybody.
Holy shit, that was fucking funny. The funny part about it is that's the second time we've done it, but the first time nobody else caught it but me.
Dyslexia is a bitch, man. Worst one's in the brain.
Talk to Dan Wynn.
Give me a
Told
history
not to
check.
cry.
Sue.
Why are you wanting to relearn?
Shelby's mom has a neighbor, and their name
Am I
was
rolling straight history or
Becky and Lenny. And one day I was like,
Benny and Lucky.
yeah, I was like, we could go to Becky and, or Benny and Lecky's house.
17?
I don't remember this.
You swore you heard that name before, the Arctic Lost Hole.
Yeah, man.
And you pull out one of your old books as far as like hunting 101 goes. And there was a note left by you
why I'm crying right now.
Way back, like as you were researching before you set out on adventure, that was one of the places you wanted to look
Can
at,
you just stop it? I'm crying.
because
Oh,
this
goodness.
silver dragonborn was slain by an evil
Good gracious.
and got brought back
I'm
with no
literally
restrictions.
crying. My face is getting all weird from it. Oh.
And you wanted to, that was one of your charges, were to investigate and hunt that down to see
Yeah,
if it
legitimately
was there.
cry, but I can cry from laughing. What?
See if the rumors were true, because that's just
Again.
another beast to
Yeah,
be
no, look at your
slain.
face.
You're not so learned, young Jedi.
The name Vladimir Horngard was once the head knight of the order.
Oh,
So when you think back, you notice that there was a charge to go there to find this Vladimir Horngard and investigate whether or not he did come back and is undead. Or he just died and somebody's an imposter.
Gotcha.
damn chipmunks in the room.
That's my goblin sneeze. She's not angry.
You read so pretty.
It does. Fucking like something that looks like a dolphin.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Very, very nice penmanship. Yeah. Writing stuff. So she's walking with Janet.
Almost said it again.
I just got done crying. God damn it. I'm walking to
Danica and Erwin.
Oh my brain.
Say it with me.
Don't make me say it again.
Edwin and Erwin.
Oh, this is what 6 ways off the rails.
I'm fucking stop laughing about that. Oh my god.
God, I'm crying.
Fuck.
Man. Danica and Erwin. She's walking to Danica and Erwin.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. She gets there, they sleeping, they drinking, still.
They're awake. They're trying to get everybody up, and
That's
you see orders starting to get thrown between Danica and Erwin, with Darwin there trying to establish some type of like orders as far as what to do next. Start to set out. This place is fortified. You got the talking that you're coming into as Danica stops and turns and looks at you.
Can I interrupt something important?
No, we're just going over. We're getting ready to set out.
Any assistance needed?
Well, we're thinking about heading back. Some of us are heading back home. We still have to rebuild there, and who knows what else to expect. Darwin wants to start setting out orders and provide a little protection detail from us to start the transport just in case of the new lines, because we don't know how far the tampering that these burrows went to. So we just want to make sure that everything's okay.
We don't want any more people going crazy, especially if they don't understand what's going on. So I have one thing I don't think we told you the other night because we were really so besotted and crazy, and I was barely conscious. And a question. So the first is, did we tell you the events of last night? I can barely remember anything other than mangling your names for some reason.
Well, you guys dealt with some type of armored figure. And despite the bout between me and your lovely little friend over there.
She acts more like an irrational barbarian than I do.
We're both barbarians at times.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, you're upstairs.
I was talking to Dan early. I went off somewhere where they went, saw like two griffin walking.
But there was more to it than that. Do you remember when we first came back, like middle of first came back, and you didn't see us just yet? Okay, so there was a reason to that.
Okay.
I followed up with more crap after the whole me yelling about Asterak.
What the fuck is with my brain?
Wrong!
Oh my god!
Wrong campaign.
Wrong campaign. My brain is off tonight.
Some ominous dimension later.
Oh my goodness.
Belvaric's help!
Smash.
When we yelled Straudh, I yelled Straudh. Well, the first part of that was, well, she was running away and mad and everything. The armored knight we had seen was our friend Zappos. You remember our halfling, half-wit friend?
Remember him giving us a note saying that he was leaving us.
And next thing we know, he's riddled full of holes and he's trying to kill us, and he says he's sorry after we killed him. Again.
So he met an untimely fate.
So what happened? Because if he died, what, he was coming to attack us? I heard that every time people attack, they go as spirits to attack Straudh's castle.
Those who attack the castle, yes, that's the March of the Dead that's in Valaki every night.
What about those who...
Straudh might have had plans for other means. I mean, that is the go-to, is what we've learned, that some of us or the other travelers that have seen Madame Ava was talking about how the spirits of this world or in this region are trapped. They can't go to the other planes to be with their deities, to pass to this, pass through into the other life. That their souls are trapped here.
So what you're saying is, if I die, that I might attack my friends.
Who knows what Straudh has planned? I mean, if you're saying that Straudh had the power to bring your fallen comrade that left back from the dead and to
like
use
a dark knight.
To use as his own.
He didn't even look like himself until he took the gun out. Like I didn't know who it was until they said they know me, and I told them if they know me to take off their helmet and speak with me, and they did, and it was Zephyrus. He didn't look like any of the armor he had worn before, and once he died again, he reverted back to everything, and then he went into the sky.
Seems to me that Straud's more powerful than I even thought of.
Well, after that, Noella, of course, freaked and didn't like the fact we had to kill someone that we thought fucked off, and came back to kill us and said that they were sorry, they didn't have any control over it, which is why she said what she didn't mean to say, because she was just getting extremely angry. We had discovered a Iron Maiden and Zior said that he saw people in it, and we couldn't see anything until we put a torch by it. All we could see was smoke coming out. And I was stupid, but I believed what we saw, and it was you and Erwin dead in a cult. So we were to speculate. I obviously am not around here, and I don't normally see this kind of stuff happen. If I see a dead body and then something else, I'm gonna think there's something afoot. So we started thinking maybe you guys weren't you who saw him. And I guess that might have fueled a little bit more of why maybe Simonac had attacked and everybody was on. But upon my not trusting, I took Darwin to see the coffin, being that I want to make sure the others were safe if it really wasn't you guys, to get them to safety, and it wasn't what we had seen before. It was Asa. I did it again! Oh my goodness! What is with my brain tonight?
That was last campaign.
It was like, what is with my brain?
Twice. No.
I keep
4
saying
times
Straudh and
we blew
like
them up.
mixing their names up, I swear.
And just somehow in the
sleep.
far distance, there's
He's
Pork Chop's
laughing
going.
again.
Pork Chop's going. Fuck! I should have had Truck and Persona. I would have been so happy and shit like that. And now you hear it.
Meanwhile. But apparently Straudh had rehexed Zior, and I tried to knock him on the punches because Straudh used him as a little meat puppet. But as you know, Darwin did get to safety. I told him to get out of there.
I mean, we've only speculated rumors of that Straudh is some type of this undead thing that he's become, but this is beyond me. If anything, this is Von Richten's area of
He
expertise.
keeps offering his blood to people. When we were at the, I told you what happened at the castle, did
Right.
I not? He did it once again. And he wanted Noella, which had drank the blood that he gave her.
Well then,
But he left. He didn't take her.
you might want to ask her that. Because if that's the case, who knows what was in that vial?
What are we
She could
possibly
easily
thinking?
be a sleeper agent of Straudh, lying to wait to attack.
Is there a way to find out of someone? Have you ever come in contact with someone like that before?
That was under the
Yeah.
everybody we have come to ally us. I mean, Lady Walker herself, hearing those rumors that she has a secret occult that she's worshiping Straudh. I mean, if that happened.
Unless she was actually worshiping and ingest the blood. He wanted her because I'm assuming because she's our cleric, she can use the necklace, and without her, it's almost assuredly useless.
I mean, I don't know, but like I said, this is beyond my skill.
So you're the only one that, other than we have to talk
Other
to
than Von Richten, he's the only one who deals with this. I mean, isn't your friend? Isn't your cat folk person? Doesn't he dabble in
does.
these things? I mean, he would know better than I do. Or, I mean, Von Richten is a thing, or that cloaked figure that shot out of lightning that just struck the ground and blew them all away. He's powerful enough. Hell, Madame Ava might even know.
And now she's freaking out.
She just, you see
And
her
she kinda
starting
reaches out
to
for
freak,
her,
and
and she's just
and Erwin's like, go tell them, make sure they're ready to move by noon. We're working on fortifications here, but we need to bring more. Some of us will stay here. The rest of you need to go back to Balaki. We'll get fortifications. Go, relax. Go take care of that. You're better at it than I am.
I didn't mean to worry her.
It's fine. It's the groundbreaking stuff that's been uncovered in this past couple of weeks. it's a lot to toll on something, especially what happened. I mean, at our home, Blocky itself became ground zero.
I mean, this is nuts even for me. I'm not even from around here. And these kind of things, I can only imagine what you guys are doing.
If anything, what you're saying about this, you know, that your friend here, Noella, was consumed this red liquid that Straud gave, and Straud was there, and Darwin's still in shock that he met Straud and still can live to tell the tale. That's enough strain on them that he thinks he can fight 1,000 people right now. He ain't no way in hell he's gonna do this. But we don't know what degree of corruption has already set its seed in Noella.
That's what I really want. I do have.
I mean, maybe the abbot might be able to shed light on it. I mean, it's a church. He's an abbot. He would know things that deal with this, but I don't know. We just deliver the wine to him, and that's it.
That's what we figured. We either thought to go to see Straudh or the abbot, but there's another destination I was personally thinking of attempting, but this scout, our second mission for you guys. Do you know anything of this scout that could help? Is he just a scout, or like, what was he scouting?
He was going. Something about the town of Perez was just shaking them. That maybe it's the center point of where, one of the center points that these creatures were coming from, because a lot of raven, going down that road, there's a lot of dead ravens on the ground. So that's just one of the places that we wanted to check out. We sent a party out, but so far none has come back, and the last scout that went ahead saw a signal there, but was too afraid to go any further. One person going into some type of a swamp type area, or the town that got corroded by water in time and became a swampy marshland. We just haven't heard back. He might have better intel than we do of how these creatures that attacked this brewery are their friends. I mean, that's one thing that we don't know about them.
That's why I asked that. Because I want to make sure, I mean, obviously I want to help whoever I can, but I want to make sure what the scout did, and because everybody wishes to go many different places, but I want to make sure, especially if this is intel that we need, this could turn the tide possibly.
Well, I mean, you guys already have one item of power, so either, no matter how you look at it, by now, you're public enemy number one in the Straudh.
Yes.
Being around us puts us in danger. I think that's what Danica's trying to say. Is if you guys are still helping us, we're just as much of a target now as you for just being associated with you. So, I mean, she doesn't have the heart to say it, but other than that, I mean, it is a little
Dangerous.
It's going to put a lot of us make us a lot uneasy because of the fact that with that holy symbol around that you guys have, and you've already crossed paths with Straudh, and now his generals or lieutenants or whatever he has, his minions, you're coming more and more contact than any of us have done, instead of waging war. And that happened hundreds of years ago, prior to him first gaining what he did. And that's just a story.
Well, he said that apparently if he was tired, and that if he could pass it on to someone else, that he could sleep and they would become what he is. They could take over the land as they see fit. However, I don't think it's that simple. I think that if he's as corrupted as he is, something had to have made him that way. So even if someone took that power, that they would just be as him. They would be as nefarious and malevolent as he is. It's not as easy as saying that you're going to have his power. But I do agree. And I mean, perhaps we'll need assistance once more, even you guys will need ours. But I do want for now that you guys do what you need to do, set out and be safe. I will at least, even if we don't go just yet, I do wish to see how the scout's doing and what intel they may have. But we also need to make sure that Noella is fine as well. With our cleric indisposed, this could get really bad.
And she kind of like holds her little hand out to Erwin, like they shake hands, and pretty much saying like, thanks. We appreciate the help we've had and the intelligence we were given. And good luck.
Well, we'll try. Same to you. I mean, you guys are going into a very, very rough spot.
We're, as you could say, used to running in the fire.
I can see that.
She kind of just like thinks back for a second, glad that Ziegler's not there.
Well, with that, I guess I will get my family together and perhaps maybe get some supplies before we leave. There's any to be gotten.
And she walks away to go find the group. Is everybody together still, or did Noella try to sneak away from like?
Oh, Noella's nowhere to be found.
Because he was watching her the whole time. So you just hear a.
So she didn't just like disappear before our eyes.
She rolled a 20 to himself.
Maybe you were like, huh? What? Shit.
Probably one of the fairy stuff.
Misty step in.
Fairy step.
Hey guys, well, we're missing someone. Hey,
She's like eating like right.
Fucking Z is back asleep again.
Catnap.
Sanctuary! I fucked up! Hey, look, he's awake.
Can we come to a conclusion on where we're going next? Noella's behavior since our encounter with what Straudh, it's been a little even for her.
A little fishy for her.
Whatever she drank, it's affected her.
Well, you know what she drank.
Do you have an idea of what we need to
Yes.
take her somewhere to get her checked
So
out?
We take her to the non-existent doctor.
So from what I've gathered from Urban and Danica, minus mildly freaking Danica out.
There's a place I need to go that might have fences.
That is.
While he's rehashing his memory lane.
Argon Voskalt.
Bless you.
And do we have
What is
an
that?
idea where that is located?
We passed it.
On our way here.
So time to backtrack a little bit.
Well, after we do this, there is some pressing issues. Erwin did mention, since you know dealings with blood and everything, that you may have an idea about Noella.
Point
However,
out the map, since you guys are at double. You guys know that you know the Outlander, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the path here. Backtracking, the path here split off from this dragon statue right down here. So Argon Voskalt is not
it's a
there.
giant.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
That's.
Here is there. Perez
it you, wasn't it?
It was you.
The ruins of Perez were the Roman scouters, and Kresik was up here where the Abbey was. You know, not too far from your path is Walden's Tower.
So from
This is gonna be my next question. Are we passing the tower or the Abbey on our way to that lovely word you said?
The closest would be Von Richten's Tower, but
if I may ask, and this is just we could put a pin in it. How far from what you remember with the maps where we're at? How far away is Forest?
Rez would be closer to Ogden Gospel.
That is somewhere we do need to go.
That'd be what, about 7, 8 hours, 9 hours?
Give or take.
Well, it took you.
I think we said it was a day.
Valaki's here. 1, 2, 3. 21 miles from Valaki to where you're at. So probably put you at almost a full day's journey. Maybe you'll get there, you know, if you go through the whole day of backtracking, the best is probably a day and a half to get there. To get to Argynvost, or at least to Berez, is a day and a half's worth of travel.
Too bad we don't have the horses and just hook them up to the wagon.
Well, from what she recalls, from what Erwin had said, she kind of relays back to you about the situation with the scout, the dead crows, the dead ravens, what was being investigated in the situation. Kind of like just.
It should only take us about 5 hours to get there. Because an average person's walking speed is 3 to 4 miles per hour.
A day at normal pace is 24 miles. Normal pace in a full day. In an hour, you can do 3 miles at normal pace. With horses, we'll give you 30 miles. You would probably make it. If you had horses from where you're at now, you can make it there in a full day.
I think we should have to gamble this because I would just get the elk to come out.
And the horses you could.
You're not allowed to ride any kind of border parties.
But the best Zewar can think of right now, going back on the main roads, the safest way instead of cutting through various, and where you're at now, I mean, you guys noticed that when you were walking the road past, look like up on the tree, like the trees, as you guys were going on top of the valley, from where looking down to see where the stones were, where the monoliths were, and seeing down the valley where Valaki was next to a lake. You guys did notice that before you stepped down, at least you were with the Outlander, there's mountains this way. So you're going to go into mountain ranges if you cut straight across. You know that's about, from where you're at, it's east. It's east, straight shot east from where you're at now with your general location of Outlander. Straight east, but that's cutting through mountain and you have no idea what's on there.
Yeah.
Or even the terrains, or even if there's a pass that goes there.
The best option, there's 2 options to get to Ogden Gospel. We either cut through the mountains directly.
Which could be really fun.
Which might take you more than a day.
Or we stick to the known paths.
It'd be safer to stick to the path going through the woods with the mist and the creatures and the unknown and all that fun stuff. I don't think I want to go into that unknown. I would believe going across the path would be wise, However, after this, you said the closest thing would be Res. Am I correct?
For modern household, yes.
Then that is our next destination. We need to find this scout, even if they're not alive. Perhaps we can find and pick up from where they left off. This could be dire information that we can get. However, we are also missing another dire key factor. Which, speaking of which, I did mention I was rolling my D8 for my career. I got a 7. So that dire wolf sent me 7. You also need. But I can reroll since you didn't hear me, probably. You want me to reroll?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and look for Miss Noella. Anybody else wish to help me? Because
As
her
you say
walking
that, I
off.
walk back in.
And where have you been all night, Missy?
You to join us. I had to use the facilities, so
Facilities are in the building?
yeah, I was in there.
No.
Well, you'd use the outhouse.
You came from the outside. You came into the out. You came from the out.
She can't aim into the out now.
I was using the outhouse. I'm sorry.
There's no house.
There is.
She came into the out now.
She reaches back into her bag.
Where's the out to the in now?
Well, no, there was the latrine outside.
Who was digging it? The one of the barbarians from the other chapter?
So are we just going straight to the temple then, or are we making a stop on our way there at either the tower or the abbey?
The abbey would be counterintuitive. That'd
Erwin
be backtrack.
Erwin did say, depending on the results of
It's
what
not. You're not back. You're backtracking regardless to get back onto the main road on the old Savile.
Yeah, but it'd be
road.
going like a
You'd be going west towards Kresik, and that puts you in the opposite direction of Berez.
so
and
it'd be backtracking.
well, either way, yeah. But you're going to be backtracking now instead of going forward. I mean, it's definitely a shorter distance. You probably get there in a half a day from where you're at to Kresik. I mean, the abbey is a better, as far as a holy person goes, but
Well,
The three options are the Voss, Kresik, or Vomit.
I mean,
She's just shrugging. She's like,
My question is do we want to make a stop before we make it to the temple?
I mean, look at my.
Is there any
The
supplies?
temple's
you
not
think
going
we can-
anywhere. So
Is there any supplies that we think we can pick up at the abbey or the towers?
if we could get supplies that we need.
I looked at on the
Remind me what I need.
So
we're-
I feel
Yeah.
kind of stupid. Can
I
someone
don't
please
know,
explain
we
to
just
me
want
what
to
exactly an abbey is?
he Wanrichten's the only one who said if he's because he left, 'cause he had to go talk to that lightning dude.
we talked.
You guys, his tower's not far from there. It's a safe point for you to rest or make a pit stop. His place should be safe enough.
There's one where he's
Yeah.
going to be at.
Because he might be
No,
at the
he'd be
tower.
this tower.
He'd be at his tower.
they said might.
He'll be somewhere. Don't worry.
If not, after
he's
he's,
kind of trying
done,
to slowly get
he's
sketchy
going
with
to
it.
the tower regardless. After he's
Like,
done talking
not
to the
really.
mage. So you guys might be there, or you might be there with him.
And she doesn't know if you're like he's watching from you.
I think we should try to make it to the tower. Because if we're going to be traveling, we're already, a few hours into daylight, I would assume, at this point.
Now you guys woke up rather. I mean, went through the night. I would say it's probably a good 6, 7 a.m. right now.
So you asked. Now it's
Probably
Spoke with
approaching
Erwin.
8 by now.
yeah. He said that there are a few places that
Probably
could
8
help
o'clock in the morning.
our situation.
It's going to take us a day to
The
get to
abbey
the
would be
temple.
good to talk to the abbot.
Day and a
Talk
half.
to the people
So yeah,
to
it would
as
be
well,
a day.
knowing more
to-
than we
to
know,
Argonne
more
Lost.
than they know.
How long would it take to get to the tower?
It'd be
To get the Von
beneficial
Richten's tower?
for me too.
She's
Yeah.
asking
He's-
pretty big.
not even probably a half day tops into Crescent. I mean,
That's
they're both-
above
They,
water.
again, I mentioned the scouts.
We're
If we
walking
ever are able
across.
to
You're
go
walking
there,
along the
they said
river
there's information
to
they were
get
looking
to
for,
Von Rickman's
have
tower.
you need to find.
So,
So all of
about
this
half a day
is
walking.
possibly going to be beneficial
About half
no
a
matter
day,
where we
yes.
go first. I do worry about the scout, but maybe that's not the first place we have to go. So even if
We know we have
So that
sanctuary
we
with
can go find
funds.
some horses.
something happens,
I would love to
I already
find a
know we
horse.
can at least establish finding information of where.
I will agree with Cinnamon on this. I said we did it on
I agree.
Just for a rest stop.
Even if you, when you guys were even talking about hearing it, you hear the.
So you noticed that you were being.
Oh,
very-
she's done being good.
Let's go.
I know. But I
You
mean,
guys look out and
She
you
was
see
just
that
when
those
you were
draft
open,
horses
she was a
are
little
back
bit-
Yeah, I know.
and
That's
they're
as
getting
big as
latched
she was
up to
getting.
the
She's
cart.
like when you're not looking, she's like,
I'm going to like. You
Then
can
we
see
can
that
talk
I'm
about
slowly
something
getting
else, letting
irritated.
letting us use it
with
for
the
the
fact that
day.
you guys are being very.
How many
Well,
horses
guys,
do they have?
just
Just two.
getting
The two
irritated.
that
Well,
drive.
if they're going to
Right.
the Abbey, we can catch a little.
Let's go. We say some Mac. We go find out. I'll at least get a ride up
We
to.
agreed on going towards the tower. On the tower. Okay.
Alright.
Let's go talk to.
Come on, Tin Man.
Is it? What's her name? What's the
oh, Darwin. Darwin is.
Yeah.
You're trying to give me this. I completely lost all that in my brain. Danica and Erwin.
Kerwin and Annika. I have the high ground, Annika.
Who likes Annika? Anakin! I have the high ground.
That's what.
Well, let's see where they're headed out first and see if we can catch a ride with them.
Alright, so Sim and I are gonna run outside.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can,
Talk with
gather up what you need and let's be ready to
Kerwin
roll as
and
quickly as
Danica about
possible.
where they're going with the wagon.
I'm just putting everything right back in the room.
Okay.
Oh, I need to roll.
Well, no, you can. If you're going out, you're going out to look for what?
Ask them where they're taking the wagon and see if we can hitch a ride.
I mean, no, you can go up and ask them. You don't need. There's no roll required for it. I mean, if you're going up and asking them about the ride, I mean, they said they're going to tell you that our destination is Crescent. It's the closest to see if that wine got infected, and if not, I would rather play it safe. And since they are value customers, and if he does bless our wine for his own use of the abbot, then that would be the closest thing, because we don't know anything was tampered with or not.
Well, fair enough. I think you give us a head towards Rickson's Tower at least to that
They're gonna
intersection.
be veering off somewhere.
Well, I mean, I don't know where Von Richten's Tower is, but
He gave us the location,
okay.
and Zio knows where
We
it's
have
at.
someone within our party that will know the part, so we don't veer you out of your
I mean, if it's along the way,
destination.
sure. I mean, you guys did go through. I mean, there's talk of you guys fighting, and you guys saved my brewery and protected my family. And the least I can do is give you a ride, at least on the way.
Yeah, we won't take you out of your path, but if we can get there closer at a quicker rate than walking, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, that's the least I can do for you saving this place. So
About how long until you're ready to?
we'll be ready in about an hour.
Fair enough.
That gives us
Thank
more than
you.
enough time.
Oh, these are good.
Alright, everyone, gather up whatever you can. If you need anything, if there's anything you can't get a hold, maybe some wine, so this is yours over here being drunk.
He's drunk and
Actually-
stupid. He did what he should have never done.
I think if I can, I might work out with Blasco.
It's fun you'd say start singing along before.
Not for me. But you never know when
I'm
someone will
sitting
need
at
her.
the bar on the inside, waiting for
Yeah,
Right on the outside.
She is gonna try to get like 2 flasks or whatever of the red dragon.
We have an hour until.
Oh, easy enough to do.
Oh yeah.
I honestly thought Pork Chop would start singing with us on that.
Frank, I have a question about that animal. Whatever it does this carcass drop? Or does it?
It reverts back into a little fuzzy ball.
Why do you go, sir?
Ma'am,
So,
are you trying to get hit?
you know, these little bottles of mine go to the cage. The pop.
Oh, I should probably.
You know what would be
put
great
that
is we
in
get
my
like one of the
notes.
mini kegs.
Get a Heineken fucking party ball.
Yeah.
Carry it with us. Hold on.
No, you think back to the cartoons. Those little keg bottles you saw. Oh, the rescue dogs had full of medicine. And like in the Tom and Jerry cartoons.
You know those were actually full of whiskey, right?
Yeah.
That's all that was. Whatever they say for Hold on.
Yeah.
Dude, filling with red dragon.
Right.
Every time he walks, it's
Hey, wait.
If you do
Sitting
that,
here like
then
it's a gas pump. Just
no, I got one. If he is full of red dragon and his fingers are tapped, no one would tap
Noella will tap this way.
was anybody wishing to do anything within this hour before?
She's just grabbing a few bottles of the red dragon.
Another bottle of that and a little flask full.
if the dragons could get the
Checking how many arrows I still got. So I'm gonna need to get some more of those soon.
I'm sitting it off to myself. Where everybody else is, I'm not.
She is fucked off.
So what, you're just bearing off on your own?
Inside the building.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it'd be a shame for that left behind, right?
You get approached.
I miss you eventually.
I'm sure you can wing it later.
You hear a familiar sound. Hey. As you turn around and see Danica getting your attention.
I'm literally going to do like the fucking say the voice again, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just gonna like, oh, hi, sorry.
The voices.
I know we got off on the wrong foot, and you had every right to get me at my low. And you called me out, and that's very noble-ish. Truthfully, I was scared too with my people, putting them in harm's way, being them celebrating drunk stupor. We would have been no help to you. And that's on me in not keeping up a high guard. I just wanted these guys to at least have some solace of some joy in their lives before they meet their end. You can see like she's trying to stall and not very good with these words, so yeah. But just here as a token of whatever here, and just takes your hand, places something in it, and just
As she's walking away,
I'm sorry.
as she's walking away, with her back towards me, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna say to her, "I accept your moral survival. I'm sorry, also."
She doesn't even like fully turn around. She's just like there, and then she cocks her head. So you see a little bit of her face, and you see a little smile, and then she spits. It's a little like a little bag.
It's a little vial or something.
No, a little bag. Just a little baggie like this. You feel something like big, somewhat of weight to it.
She's used to that.
Very hesitantly.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's gonna fucking explode and kill me.
A little mimic pops up. Now,
About this small.
reach in and you pull out, and it's a figurine made out of what looks to be some like a metallic, little worn, maybe a little out colored, like it's old. It's been there, like it's dusted, it's a little corroded, but you could see like the shape is still intact and the features still show, and it's a figurine of a raven.
Wow. I'm just gonna like have a kind of a confused look a little bit, but I'm gonna have like a heartfelt smile, like, alright. Cool.
And the moment you get that heartfelt smile, look at it, and you see that it crumbles, and a raven actually.
Oh,
what the hell?
I'm gonna like, kind of put my arm out, like, that's probably gonna eat me. I don't care. Then, like, squawk!
It's just there, and
Looks at you like a normal.
I'm gonna get it to get on this hand. I'm gonna set it on my shoulder.
it seems like it's following your command.
One of the breadcrumbs. I had this for a reason. I'm gonna take the breadcrumbs out of my bag and eat it.
Oh, look, no, different.
Alrighty then.
Just randomly turns and looks at you.
Squawk!
Fuck you, engine.
Yeah, I understand. And I'm gonna have like a really confused and kind of like, what the fuck?
You go back and you kind of switch hands again. You look at it, and then you see it start to form back up in the stone. It's back to the figurine.
Frippin'.
This has to be a special item.
Yes.
I will add it to your inventory.
What the hell
Because
is
you
that?
do not need to attune to it.
By
It is
the
a
way-
figurine of wondrous power. Silver raven.
While
Nice.
you were moping, I was thinking of this.
That's actually really funny. Because I had another idea too. Of whenever I disappeared and came back.
Oh, I know. Oh, like someone stole that.
That's Frankie the Raven.
I remember him. But while time is being taken, she kinda looks to Zior, and then she looks to Sivanek.
I have a request. And this isn't if I am unable to be. If this is if I'm
So
unable
it's in your
to be
inventory
brought
list now.
Not if I can have help to be brought back safely, Zior. There is no way to bring me back. And if that one can't do it, you're the one for the job. I want you to light my corpse on fire and leave no trace. I don't want to become that. Do I have your word? Especially if that one can't do it? I don't want to be brought back and try to kill you. You know how crazy he's gonna go if he sees me trying to kill him? You won't be able to attack me.
On the bodyguard.
That's only if I can't be brought back successfully.
Find your bodyguard.
From what?
Burn the child. Gotcha.
From what Danica and Erwin mentioned, there seems to be something that Straudh can do.
We're going to hell, aren't we?
So when Sapros left, and we thought he just left, and somehow he met an untimely demise by most likely being who he brought him back. I don't feel like having that happen to me, and obviously anyone here. So if there is a way to recover us, and there's no way to bring us back, I think any of us need to have something that happens where we can't be brought back again.
Which is
For him to recover a body of us. What do you think?
Right.
I can agree to that.
as long as you're still there, it will come back.
And I can pull it out at like anytime.
It only works for 12 hours after that.
So be selective on that.
I was asking what you were doing, and then you were like, still right, and I was like, secrets.
The snackage getting to you, Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I usually hate buffalo chicken dip.
Wasn't it good buffalo chicken dip?
That's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, I tried your feet and still haven't fucking tried mine. Asshole.
I had some of yours before.
I wasn't there last week. Asshole.
Because everybody ate it before I got to it.
No, it wasn't all gone.
Was it? I
No.
thought everyone
He
ate it.
told you, and you said you
Shit.
had eaten before. They don't say that. You said you didn't eat before. We'll go back to the last video.
Frank, for the sake
Damn.
of storytelling, can we say that it didn't go back into the thing yet?
Or probably just you figure out how to pop it back out.
It showed you what was going to happen.
Okay, cool. Also, is there any way possible that in this house, or in this winery that we are in, if I could find,
I just kicked my foot for
I know, right?
if I could find, like,
This
how
is
the-
like
how the
it-
ravens
yeah.
wear.
A cloak?
Yes. Like a hooded cloak.
It's almost on my
I'm
foot.
pretty sure that they can use
I didn't even look.
the dead
I was
ones.
just trying to get it in your direction.
So I mean, it's possible. I mean, are you to grab it off like one of the dead?
Well, we're gonna do that.
You'd be really messed up.
Hmm.
You deal with all these were ravens, and one of their people are like, "Oh, what do you look like under that?" And it's a raven or a croca. It's like I'm a fucking bird, bitch. You know what happened when they bit me? I still look the same. Just more like a bird.
That
It's something that was in my head earlier.
the hell kind of weed are you smoking? Premium shit.
I could go to the true truth.
Anywho,
So,
So-
passing. Go to the truth.
Anybody else grabbing anything else within this hour?
Is there anything else we should
The one
check?
thing- the one thing I need is not going to be found in here
Ration wise, or anything on our travels?
because I'm starting to get a little low on the arrows.
Maybe finding Noella again? Since she keeps disappearing away from us?
What?
Noella, again?
She's around here somewhere.
Again.
Okay.
She won't be back if she doesn't look for me.
That's an interesting movie and book series.
We're starting to get a little empty there.
So simple enough. You guys. Darwin comes over to grab you and goes, "Hey, this caravan's going out. Welcome, come or tried. You're an extra set of eyes in case anything bad happens."
Fair enough.
There behind you, see a cloaked figure As you turn around and look, and armor looks like her.
Everybody was getting ready to walk out. I was like, where the fuck?
Behind you, you look back and you see this hooded figure, and it's kind of like you do see the armor. It's Noella.
You good?
Shakes my head, yeah.
Okay.
Arian's head raised up for a second.
We meet again.
And you guys head out onto the road and travel north.
Why don't we listen to like smooth jazz?
What bird is playing? Listen, there is a bird
You
in
gotta
there
acquire a taste for or smooth freeform
playing
jazz.
on the trumpet. Don't disturb him. He's happy.
Let's acquire a
Now
taste
he's a
for
liar.
freeform jazz.
I was just like,
There's a bird back here, like, just playing a trumpet, and
He's
another
just
one's
like
over in
slowly
the
kicking
corner,
his
just
legs, going
scatting
like
away.
this. And
Skibbity bop bop, skibbity bop, yeah.
he's just trying to enjoy his times on the caravan. And you're like, who the fuck is playing that song?
Whatever.
What was his name? Scoob.
So we'll start around the table. So the first, roll me a d20.
7.
What?
We're going around
Starting around the
No,
table,
no.
rolling for encounters.
Nope. There's travel. You only get one. You guys set out. Road.
I'm gonna say this symbolizes the figurine. So you see me playing with this, it's actually me looking at the figurine.
So you have give us the ring, my precious eyes.
No, I'm not like, ooh, this is mine, I'll kill everybody if they touch it. I'm just like, kind of just looking it over still.
Look at my pretty birdie. It talks to me every day.
That's nice, Noella. No, it sat on my shoulder.
That's
earlier.
all caca.
That's great, Noella.
It's like, bitch, you're
But
cooking
it's
right now.
real. It was real. Now it's a statue again. Huh? Of course, Noella. Of course.
She's,
It is, yeah.
she's hearing voices and talking to a
Goes
bird.
over and looks at Sibinak like, Jesus Christ. Something happened to this
So
man,
why
I'm telling you.
You lying.
She's seen things.
Why
she's
you
seen
always
things.
lie?
As you guys get closer and closer, you're starting to roll me a general survival for your outline range.
Dirty 20.
Easy enough. You come to those crossroads where that signpost I felt you see points to Kresik, the Locky. Lake Baratok. And you can tell that you need to go north
Bears all talk?
towards Lake Baratok, and that's where Von Rippon's Tower lies.
Alright, so we're getting off here.
This is the thing, because the road, you could tell by the signpost that northwest is a road, and that signpost is there, and it says Kresik.
Alright, bit of my deal.
Oh, jeez.
Derwin, Annika. Erwin, Annika. Good seeing you guys again. Lucy. Wish us luck by whatever gods you follow. Maybe watch over us all.
Come on, Sibinak, can't take the horses with us.
She just has the wolf from the back pop down.
So
she sits
everybody
on
else is riding on the caravan. Sibinak's metal ass is on the horse. Just
Like a kid in a Kenny voice.
happy as a
Mommy,
motherfucker.
5 more minutes.
She slides off the wolf. You want to ride the wolf instead?
The wolf just looks going. No expression, the jaw just falls
fix that.
off.
Come on, Fluffy. Let's drop that on there. Good job. We'll get you a bone.
Just
It's
see
not one of
Noella reach
yours.
out and grab the jaw.
Nice hand.
If anything goes missing on him, I know it's you. The only thing that should be missing is something that's missing because he's in skeletal form.
Alrighty. So does that mean she's got a bone to pick?
It's a key, so it
No.
is. Your jokes are dying.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
Your jokes are as bad as your
Not as dead as your diary.
Ow.
What did you do?
I got stuck in my own hat.
Right.
As you guys approach,
Oh.
you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. Trail ends at a grass-covered castaway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch on top the buttress that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon sputtered with mud.
There's a horse there.
Question. You said that there's what, a bridge that goes across this lake, and the tower at the end.
It's a trail.
It's a trail.
Pretty much, or just walking along the lake.
Along. How far across is this lake again?
God.
It's a small lake. It's not like the like there was like.
How long will it take me to walk through
Don't
the
like
lake?
it.
Gotcha.
Really?
I'm say maybe like an hour.
Okay. That's I'm gonna attempt to try to search said lake. See if I find anything, see anything. I don't know if you guys would like to wait for me or start heading towards the tower. But I'm
Wanna
gonna
go
do
sit
some
down?
deep lake
Dredging.
Church Lake.
roboting.
If you find anything shiny, let me know.
Well, look, you're going in the water?
Yeah, because that's a hold his breath. Walk there for hours.
Very true.
He doesn't have to breathe his
He
air
can't
out
get drunk.
either, so he can't
He
float,
doesn't
you
have
know?
to eat.
I'm
he
heavy
doesn't
enough
need
I
to
can
sleep.
just
He
walk
doesn't
on
have
the
to
bottom, dude.
Every step he takes.
That's not the story from Water.
See y'all on the other side. So,
He's holding his nose that he doesn't
Is
have.
there, are we walking around the trail or are we just gonna find a boat?
And then take the trail that leads right up to the castle.
I'm just
it goes
asking.
across the lake, it goes along the lake.
Alright, let's go.
If you want to get in the bag, by all means, get in the
I
bag.
can't hold my breath forever. I don't know how long he's gonna be under there for. I ain't stupid. I just mix people's names up. It's different.
I was gonna try to make it bad to say dyslexic, but
It's sedalic.
It's like they.
You're dyslexic.
I'm
Well,
Icelandic.
dyslexic. That was funny.
what?
I said you're dyslexic and Noella dyslexic.
Thanks,
She is,
Thank God it was a raven and not a rooster they gave her.
Oh, that is fucking crazy.
No, because the rooster goes cock-a-doodle-doo.
Noella goes any cock-a-doodle.
She has OCD, but
And
in
away
correct
we
terms,
go.
she has CDO, so it's in the right order.
My dyslexia has fucked with my OCD, and thus I have to make the letters in alphabetical order. I hate my life. Good night. Sure, I got my CDO degrees.
So you're trudgingly.
Yes, I'm just going to walk through this lake to see if there's anything to be found.
Go give me a perception check.
Oh, shit.
21.
Oh shit, 7 natural. High.
Alright, the pork chops character used to be.
Me has?
You guys?
Go into the bottom cost light, getting down, looking. I mean, there's a couple of fish here and there. I've such a delayed hour. Not noticing anything on the surface or underneath as far as that goes. You're dredging, you're looking. What light source do you have?
Ouch.
Not much.
You have dark vision? So you're walking in blind.
You're pretty much like a metal detector. Like I
Not noticing anything like out of sight or feeling anything by touch.
If he had to touch that, he'd be a metal detector.
He was a wizard, yeah. I detect metal. Here I am.
I'm gonna take back your inspiration from you.
Come on. Listen,
If he had
If
detect
he was-
magic, he'd be a metal detector. That's fucking hilarious.
I detect you have no sense of humor.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, how about
10 points of psychic damage. One to 50 points of mental damage.
dirty
Metal
20.
mental damage?
Some kind of mental.
You are mental.
Yeah, we knew this.
By the time you're done dredging, what you think you covered every inch of this lake, you're starting to feel a little tired, but kind of like shaking off just must be a thing. And you just go, maybe it's time to head back up. The lake had fog on top of it, and it's considered a mist.
Mist.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
So out in front is a wagon, and then you have the stairs go up, and then you see a door. Shut.
Release the Kraken.
Okay, who unlocks the door before I describe it?
he knocks, so she's kind of like,
He's knocking.
runs away.
If you both knock, I need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
She's making a shot backwards.
Knock, knock, wait.
You would think
Oh,
your turn.
sorry,
to
with-
knock
with-
random fucking doors.
Okay, so you're rolling dexterity saving throws with disadvantage.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
21.
I don't know why.
It was 21 or 22 either way.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
I'm not raging, no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh
Frank's got to do math, or we're all screwed.
Rolls 5 D20, so it's up to
Okay,
one.
so what did you get?
21.
Okay, you both take 13 points of lightning damage.
You just watch like a little.
It was a shocking
I didn't
experience.
touch that.
Right? Oh, it'd have been double damage for you because you would have been wet.
And he's metal. No.
You got zapped back to the intersection that we dropped off at.
No, he went right back to the very, very, very beginning of the story, back in that lady's keep, and she's like, "Where'd you come from?" Welcome back.
Fuck you, get over here.
How did the thing go? That's fun.
So getting zapped by the door. You guys step back and you see that the lightning's still crackling as it goes.
This is Tommy's place. Isn't it?
And then after a while you just see it diminish. And it goes back.
There again, this is the.
Ricky Tiffy Towers.
Is there a window? Obviously, there's probably windows that we see in the tower yet.
It's just sit there. Is there any windows that we can see, Frank?
That's what he literally
Just
just
ask
said.
that.
Sorry, it zoned out.
Hey, Frank,
Yeah,
is
what?
there any windows that we can see?
I'm like asking, you're like trying to think, and you're like, Hey Frank, are there any windows? I'm like, just ask that.
Two-
Look at your face.
Kind of too high up.
I just left open everything.
Like all of a sudden, it's saying something about fucking Xbox.
I was waiting for the clown porn to start showing.
That's a whole other story that will not be aired on here. Do not ask.
I literally opened everything on your
I'm not
computer.
there.
On that note, might be a good time to take a time out.
Bring my battery down.
As you guys look, I sent you a picture of what the door actually looks like. The door is made of iron, has no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the little above the door is the word Kazan.
So she looks at this and she's just like,
I'm over here.
she's doing like the stick figure moves around, how it goes around like that, one after the other. And then she looked at the door.
Well, if you back away from the door, you have to you have to be in front of the door.
After she got thrown from it.
Here we go. Hey, who wants to dance? Come on. Small space with me. I'm so stupid.
I know. I
can do the robot.
So we'll just say that we did all around those moves.
You have to
Using
do
the
it in a
doors?
specific order.
Well, then let's follow the line.
Yeah.
So arms up, like this, and out.
No, it's arms up and then one like
Whoa, hold on. If you're doing this in front of the door, you're not changing shit. So the first sequence is what?
this. Arms up.
Okay.
Arms up.
If it goes to follow the line, they go like this.
Okay.
And then you go out, and
Okay.
then down, and then up, and then this way, and then that way,
I didn't rehearse enough.
and then down.
One up and down. Out, down. Up. One up and down.
Are you dancing differently?
No, I'm going.
She literally just did the same thing.
Pay
Look
attention!
at you!
I'm
Get back your inspiration cord. You've lost it.
Fuck you off. I'm trying to read it, so
You're trying to read it? There's stick figures. What words
I'm
are
reading.
there?
I'm following the line here.
What just did that? Unless you're going the opposite direction, smarty pants, Sparky. Is your dragon dragging your blood around? The
I'm so
dirt.
confused of which way the line's supposed to go.
So I went this way. I followed here like the actual line went,
So that happens when she does it.
and the only other
So
way
that
to do it
won't work.
is the opposite direction.
Yeah. If you
So
think
she
about
went
it,
the
you
one
read
that
right
went
to
like
left.
this.
So I think the first way would be
Left to
correct.
right.
That's close.
You said right to
I
left.
meant to say
This is a manga.
That's
Did
the
anything
other-
happen
that's
with
other
the
side of
dance
the
moves
left.
that I did with the one that started going this way and then following the line down to where it ended like this? If I followed the lines. And then she's like, out of breath, like, hey Macarena, bam! Just hear like R2D2 like screaming. Instantly she goes splash.
So I was gonna say something.
If I drown in the lake, he can't find me. It's like, oh
Stay out of it.
So you trace the lines.
she tried it.
She started at 11 o'clock and got all the way to 3 o'clock.
Okay. So you're tracing a line from here, and then you follow the line.
She went-
Look
yeah,
what
up,
its pattern.
and then I went like this, and then arms were out.
Well, listen, goddammit, I'm trying to match you to make sure you're
Yeah.
doing it.
If I'm following how the lines
Okay,
went,
so
so she went 11 o'clock.
11 to 6.
There's only
Six.
8 symbols.
I
How
know,
do we
but I'm
get to
collecting
11?
where it's at.
Jesus.
Closest
well, you're
to
saying
where
I'm
it's at.
going like this and this. I'm trying to go. And you're like,
Okay, so this way.
Mhm.
Okay. Then she went this way.
Mhm.
If I'm making sure I'm doing the direction right, it's the one at the bottom.
Mhm.
Okay. And then she had arms out. I'm trying not to smack Simonak out of the way.
This
And
stiff
then
arm
arms were
punk.
down.
Uh-huh.
And arms were up.
Mhm.
In the opposite direction.
Mhm.
And the arms were out.
Mhm.
And the arms were down. I'm following,
But
my
you
brain's
just
not
did it
going
wrong.
to like, so I'm literally trying to follow the line and how it's going with that. So she's doing here, here, up, over, this way, that way, and out. Just making sure I followed the lines correctly.
Literally
So I
just
go like-
following the line.
7 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
I'm just trying to just match it up to what you were doing. Make
11
sure.
to 6 to
If I get
12.
this wrong, do it the opposite way. Okay?
5 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
You see that door lights up blue again.
Oh god.
You see the.
No, that's gonna hurt.
She's gonna slowly just walks through the door and zap, turns into ash.
Instead of a lightning bolt, this
Scoop
time
me
it's
up,
an entire
please.
thunderstorm that happens.
She's gonna like slowly get to the threshold of the door and just
Tommy.
Nothing.
she's gonna grab
Housekeeping.
she's gonna grab like something like from her bag and poke it through the doorway. See if it would like zap it. So before she tries to go through,
You're holding on to it, so you're still gonna get zapped.
she's gonna throw it through then.
Yeet.
Dust.
Hey, Noel, come here.
Fetus to fetus.
You're nothing.
Housekeeping,
Well,
you
I've
want me
always
to fluff
wanted to know what
pillow?
charcoal feels like, so. Fuck it.
She's looking around from the doorway. Like going like this, like every moment trying to think if she's gonna get zapped or not.
You two get married already.
No, I'm just like, my character is looking like, oh, good showing it hurt again.
Which voice is saying that?
The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south particularly obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a similar sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Golems? I'm gonna go with golems. I remember golems.
It's fucking Frankenstein's tower.
Yep.
Golems. You don't see shit yet. None of y'all were brave enough to go.
No, I'm talking.
I walked in directly behind
No,
you.
you did not.
I'm doing
You
it
just
now,
said it
man.
now.
Shut the fuck up.
We're so nice to each other.
Hey, Zior. You might want to see this. I think this is more your domain. This is more Noella's kind of living space. 50 Shades of Red. And chains.
0 hours.
Okay.
I don't like it.
She's still on her direwolf. It's like she gets back on the direwolf, I should say.
Same thing. See the debris in the center. There's an indentation, and there's rope pulleys that are taut to iron chains, and then each chain has 4 golems by it. Has a golem on each corner.
Is there steps leading to like upstairs, or are we
There's
just in a
steps.
room of just bullshit?
Zior? Roll the right over there.
Well, I was gonna roll on investigation. 18.
Kind of open up, and as soon as you like try to like open it up to peek inside, it just collapses.
Oh,
Just
that's fun.
old and decrepit.
Well, what was inside the box?
When was the last time he's been at this time?
A lot of dust.
Well,
Does anything about the indentation look familiar to us?
It's
you said there was a curtain that was like ripped up.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like there was a struggle, or does it just look like it's old and beat the fuck up?
Roll me an insight.
Is there stairs?
No.
that walk up?
He said that. He asked if there was.
24.
Doesn't look like to be any type of fight.
Just looks old and fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything off about these golems other than they're just chained?
Oh, I'm sorry. These clay. They're just.
He did say there were golems.
They're just standing by the ropes and the ropes. That's all they're one on
You
each
said there was
corner.
a whole
24
up and
investigation.
down.
He's going through the room and like
Yeah.
literally, you know,
Go
going through everything.
Only if you pull
Okay.
You first.
I'll do it if you do it.
There was some that for aid. This might actually be in Noella's tower.
I just said that.
Something that might fall down. I don't want to see. I wasn't in the room with you, so I didn't hear you.
Still, my punchline's all big now.
I mean, he can't get his own material, so he's got to steal somebody's.
So there are other floors.
So I heard you. So I'm literally just going, because I've never like raised my head.
But there's no stairs.
As you're looking
You see the
and
look over at you.
you're scouring through this
Down in the
room,
office corner.
you see that torn curtain, and you kind of like look at it, and as soon as you move back, you see a metal door.
Anything, so you have to get on the door? No locks or anything?
All right, I have a handle on it.
That's a handle?
Mention that here was long.
Push it open, pull it open.
It's a mimic.
Pull it open, and it opens up to the outside.
Well,
Hey, look, there's a door to the outside. Other than the
You
door that's
going to
shot
the
here.
out now?
I think it shows the other side of the
there's a
outside,
tower, so we are walking around.
like you went through a straight line. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna walk over and pull chain very slowly. Not very.
Kind of open up. You open up that door. You look out, and you're still holding in your. You see like the lake a little bit beyond. See the wagon over on the other side. Kind of thing that goes outside, and as soon as like you're ready to let go, the door just with force boom, closes on itself. Closes itself.
Open it up again.
Oh, this is like Howl's Moving Castle.
Huh?
Sorry. He's trying to open the door. If this is anything like it changes once you pull a rope, it's exactly like Howl's Moving Castle.
You open the door. You still waiting a little bit? Wait about I'm gonna say a minute or so, and the door just forces itself shut. As much as you're trying to hold it. Fucking Narnia. Like a closed door. That forces itself shut. As soon as you get up to those ropes, however, you guys all looking. As soon as you get up to the ropes, you see the 4 golems. And you see like halfway up this platform just go.
You good on it?
Yeah, why not? I'll do it.
Maybe a couple at a time. We don't know what it can fall. Some of us are pretty heavy.
You'll go by yourself.
How about this? I will go, and then the rest of you guys.
Why don't you go by yourself? I don't like that idea. Tired of you running off.
Thank you.
Apparently Noella wants me to go with her by herself.
I'm getting
Yes,
with
you
you.
two
She
running
looks
off
at
by
you.
yourselves.
She is looking at you like she wants me to go with her. Like a shaken fucking chihuahua, just like,
You two, and then you guys.
no, that's not the wrong hint. The wrong hint. She's like, Stewie head side tilt. She wants
The
me to
bad
go
part
with
about
her
this
by
is Noella
herself.
was just trying to be like, I don't want her to go by herself.
You
I wanna
don't.
go.
She's
your
just
passive
nervous in case the voice
Investigation
But she knows.
It's a
you,
5
she
foot
trusts you.
thing, so it only
Try
can
to
fit
take
like it can
over.
only one person at a time.
One person at a time.
Oh, it's gonna be
Alright,
your best.
well, I'm stepping on Avela. Shoulder.
Aha, one person.
With our powers combined.
Wonder Twin powers!
Mighty Morphin Pack.
That was actually pretty smart.
Avelanek.
We're going to reach for the chain again. Just like filling this up.
Their hands are already on that chain. So
Look, go up.
give me a perception.
No.
Do another dance, man.
Oh god.
Give me a perception.
Would I be able to think back to how the door looked with the sign and do it backwards? Would that be an intelligence?
Probably.
Oh, that's this way.
This tower's how the chicken dance was invented.
So that's an 18.
Yeah, it's moved like an Egyptian.
You think you can remember the dance pretty smoothly?
So I can't look. Remember myself as player.
I mean, you guys are all in it. Door's still
The dance is
open.
really gonna have shit to do with it.
Well, no.
You're looking.
We'll say at the time that you guys are searching, you guys were searching, right when Zior sees that other metal door and opens it, the second time it forces itself shut, the main door shuts. And then with you looking, you start to look at these golems and you start to look up and you can see at least 4 levels or 3 more levels up.
Very consistent.
I don't think it's that.
Well, I mean, I don't think the dance has anything to do with it right now. The dance was to get us in.
That was right.
Why don't you
I wasn't
walk
right.
over towards the golems?
One.
There's 4 goals.
You
4
say
levels.
1,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
What about you?
Why
Change.
don't you walk over towards the golem and see if they do anything? That's what
Try to
happened when I
get
first
chains.
walked over
I'll
to
walk
it.
over.
Walk over, nothing happens. They're already in their position.
Up.
Onward.
Down.
Sit neck.
Do these
Grab one of the chains.
yeah,
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna climb the chain.
that's what I was about to say.
That's not just like
Climb the chain to the first level.
Worst case scenario, it starts going, we sit on it anyway, we're like, oh, okay.
You're climbing it?
Yep.
Climb the chain to the
That's
first
an athletics.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing.
That was a 23.
You're on that corner and you start to climb up top of the golem and you're going on the chain and you're starting to climb up, and as you get a little more, chains go through a hole that's about the size of the actual chain itself. And about a foot off is that lip. You just can't quite reach it.
Climb up there.
Frank,
Just like a squirrel.
18 on investigating,
He's going
touching fucking everything.
You do that, the hole closes while I'm halfway through.
I'm gonna say you're gonna get stuck.
I'm gonna close halfway through the wall and just be like, oh look, there's her lower half and her upper half stuck up there. Hey, she's dead now, and the only way that he's gonna have
So
yeah.
you're trying to spider climb off his arm, upside down, trying
You said
to
he's
get.
just out of reach, and he can just.
It's about a foot out of reach of his
I'm
arm.
3 feet tall.
His arm
Oh,
is a foot from the hole.
yeah.
So if you're going on his arm, you're reaching that foot based on his hand.
Yeah. So she can it's kind of like going like real quick. You're holding the rope, and I climb out to the arm.
Think of Assassin's Creed when they're on the under the leg.
I know, and that's how hard it is.
Or he takes her hand and swings her real quick. Swing.
He's swinging while holding onto a chain. If you're going to do that, you can make that roll. There's going to be some.
Or the best way to do it
rolls.
is never good. So her hands are free.
Even climbing is going to be a little difficult task to do.
18 plus 7 off athletics and climb chain. 25.
We're all climbing the chain.
I'm
behind each other.
Still climbing the chain, and
Would that make it more difficult while he's doing that? The rope would be going like this because Theodore's smart enough to climb up right
you
behind
climbing
him.
on it, and the whole thing is just like it's about to snap.
No, balancing it out. I'm gonna climb up right behind them.
On the same side.
How many different chains were there?
There's 4.
4.
Climb on the opposite side.
Okay.
Keep it balanced.
Okay.
That's what I was asking, because I thought you were climbing up the same one, so you'd be making it sway more while he's trying to like stabilize.
I'll get a bigger reach to it.
How much arm length do you have?
He also has claws, and it's wood. I would say you're able to get up there and get onto the second floor. Second.
Is he still on for?
Well, when you get off, you can feel, like, when you climm up, you can feel that thing just, like, it's...
So I want to go around and help them up.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's true. As long as you're poking out and pulling him, because the one above us is the size of a chain. We can't go through that hole unless we're trying for a snake or mouse to go through the chains.
The platform's on the main floor now, right?
Huh?
However, this is most likely one of those. This is a puzzle, and it's easier than you think to figure.
And the golems are facing. Which way are they facing? Towards the platform?
They're all each one is facing the rope.
The chain, yeah.
I wasn't sure if they were looking at.
When it
on
came
the
up,
second-
it was bam. But, okay, well, no, you climbed up and you're helping them up?
Yeah.
Okay, so who you're helping her
But
first?
she's first there, so.
Okay. I'm going to say you give a strength check. You give a dex check with disadvantage. This is a upside down crawl on the arm to get up to reach this gap. I mean, you're not used to rock climbing.
24.
Put it that way. You,
Goblin. Most of them live in caves.
yeah.
What are caves made of?
Did you tell me that your goblin on her spare time does spelunking and rock
He does spelunking?
and rock climbing like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible with no
I'm
rope,
sure that's not Tom Cruise either.
no rope and no climbing equipment?
None of us are.
I know. You're climbing off his arm. You have a foot gap to leap upside down to reach Zior's hand. You get the difficulty I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Okay, so you roll a disadvantage because you have never upside down
That's a 17.
cave and done it. What's yours?
25. 24, sorry.
Cool, we're acrobatics now. Let's see.
We'll say when you like a little difficult at first, but with like you got the reflexes of at least a cap enough to, as you do it, you kind of feel the slip, but you hurry up and re-grab, and you're able to pull her up on top.
Well,
You're
this
next.
is fun.
Slide back down the chain. Okay, I'm not doing that.
I kinda got you.
You
First of all, you almost drop her.
You literally
No,
just
she almost stopped herself.
you literally just see Noella
Well, I
standing
rolled a
there,
23 on that one.
There's got to be something about.
There's got to be a command word to get these things to do.
If it's not words, then maybe everybody gets on
Does he
one
speak
thing.
any other language right now?
No, don't talk to me
We'll
about
roll
how
it.
languages.
I'm gonna
Cabo.
go.
Does he speak any other languages?
Not that you know.
That's what I said. No one's asked him. No one's talked to him.
like, so how's
We
your
go up
entire
here.
life story?
So you climb back down. And what, are you still on the platform, or you step off?
Still on the platform.
I'm gonna investigate these statues a little bit more, Frank.
Okay.
I've already told you, like, 19 to look around to investigate more.
Yeah, I mean, nothing besides, finding the crate
21?
and that door to him.
What about the indent on the floor?
The
You said there's an
indentation?
indent in the floor?
Well, not no more because the platform is
Came
resting
down
on
on
it.
it.
Yes. I mean, the golems, these clay figures, these golems, that's what you guys are calling them. I mean, looking around, you see that it looks like they work this elevator. That is their purpose. That there's no eyes, they're not turning, they're not looking, they are dead set on that chain, holding.
Where was the indent? And I know it was.
And
platform.
the platform
There's
is
a
sitting
wooden
in-
platform on top of this indentation on the ground. The platform is raised right there and is on the ground floor, making it flush right now.
I'm going to.
Well, where was it
step
at,
off of the
Right.
platform.
It's a 5-foot square.
I didn't know.
It's a 5-foot square. At the corners of this 5-foot square are 4 holes, or where the chains are anchored to, and you see them go. They go up into these small holes, and there's a wood flooring, and you can see they go up. And as you look in from the center, looking up, you can see there's 3 more levels. So you step away from it. There's an open platform.
I was hoping to step back off. I didn't know if stepping on the indentation triggered.
No,
Right.
you stepped
That's
off.
what I
It
thought.
doesn't move.
You're not on the same wavelength there.
I'm gonna go over to the door now.
The metal door? Which one? The main one or the back one?
The back door.
You open it up.
Nothing. It doesn't start moving around.
So you're talking about towards the whatever this lift is?
Yeah.
But after a minute or so of you opening up and trying to go, it forces itself off of your hand and shuts shut. Slams shut.
Is there any writing on the walls or anything like that?
Well, while up here on the second floor, 22 on perception.
Okay. Dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room. The wooden floor, which is badly rotted and partially collapsed.
So the floor is very flat.
So you can't come to this one.
You should be there.
Oh, yeah.
You weigh what, almost 400 pounds?
How much do you weigh?
Yeah, I'm only like
I'm 30.
I'm 55.
I'm 30 pounds. If I give you my backpack, I'm 20.
Okay. Wow. I didn't think about that one. So what's your current weight?
210.
You felt the floor.
As you're stepping and looking around.
Goes through.
You go, no, you go.
Just freezes.
Did you land on your feet?
Fire cats land on the feet.
That's standing.
I'll give you it.
I can see up to 60 feet in gray, like in darkness and everything's okay, right? Do I see like the
19,
difference
12
in
plus 7 on
supports?
Dex.
I wonder if it had anything to do with you because it was a construct that walked.
I walked away, but it didn't go back.
I want to go to the main door where you have to dance.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall that you
Maybe I
catch
open the
yourself.
door quickly and-
You kind of land, and you know when you fall from a very high spot, I know in kind of like in Assassin's Creed, when you jump too much, your health bar just drops.
Yeah.
And you get that. I mean, if Legend of Zelda wise, when you fall from very high, he kind of goes in that squat position, goes like the force impact. So that's pretty much what you feel.
You said 7 points.
Is
Yes.
the dancing thing on the inside of the door?
You literally, as you guys watch now, the door's completely blank on the other side. But judging and you guys all standing there and seeing him fall, the fall from the second to ground is 20 feet.
Ouch.
With
Doing that again.
her sight, I'm gonna look for the sports. If it's that bad, maybe she can try to see where like it's good. She's gonna like.
You can go give me an investigation.
Yeah, so I'm staying down here.
Okay. You can see that this is just the wood is just old and brittle and just by a lot of time that it's not going to hold a lot of weight.
They seem to be supporting me so far. 23 pounds worth of weight. That's why she's like going like.
You're fine. I mean, it creaks, but it doesn't give.
She's going to try to look around. She's going to listen, obviously, and look. So if anything seems to be moving or she sees like symbols, so she doesn't get like zapped back or if something dashes, she's going to try to like hide if she can, or go back from whence she came if she sees something suspicious. So she's basically being cautious and on guard, but not trying to go too far away.
Does it look like this thing might not have went up because of it being too much weight on it?
Give me an intelligence check.
$18 plus fucking 1, so 19.
Ceiling wise, looking at it, seeing it, like just trying to look over at it, I mean, you can definitely tell that it's like I said, it is too old, but the lift would probably lift you guys. It's just you can tell that this thing so you never heard of causing, so you do not think of it. You said a 17?
My
18.
Oh,
You're kind of recalling something that you did before. I'm gonna say in Vallaki, you had an old piece of metal that you used to say that you were controlling somebody. So you're starting to place maybe two together. Maybe these golems have a similar aspect to it.
So like a handle or something along that lines.
More of the control aspect.
Gotta find a lever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like a lever.
Start pulling books off the shelf.
As far as looking in the room goes, the room is empty.
I'm gonna use my winged boots.
Yeah.
That would have been smart. She's gonna try to go up the next level.
Hey, Frank.
What?
Wait a second.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking lose.
I'm gonna walk back up to the platform
Jesus.
Okay.
and reach for the rope again.
The golem's hands are already on it. Already on this rope.
No
They're like
room
in
for-
this. They're in this position, right there. And you reach in the middle, and it doesn't pull or give way at all. Like the rope is in these clutches, and the golems control these ropes.
I don't have anything to ask.
Don't think too hard to become a sea kettle.
Give me an intelligence.
So the next person really get into a thought, and all of a sudden you just see like
Microphone start hearing that.
that old school smokestack whistle thing come out the side of his head, never gets it.
That's
Oh,
more
it's
like
time
when
for
they're
lunch.
angry.
Or you hear the timer go.
Yeah. Sivanak grows a fucking light bulb.
The old school theater like tickers
Mm-hmm.
to calculate
Metronome?
stuff. No, they're old school.
Oh,
like,
the abacus?
That they used to use.
No.
An abacus?
No, not an abacus. They're legitimately like the calculator in the office,
17.
but it used a bunch of cogs and gears.
Oh, okay.
It would feed out the answer. It's like from the early 1800s, like or late 1800s.
Being being of what you are, not so much as a warforged, but being an Eldritch Knight. You notice that from the party, you're taking like all this bits of information that your sensories are just gathering. No lever, no other gear or will to move this. Von Richten didn't. He was in disguise. Maybe it's magic.
I detect magic.
Maybe these golems taking on the kind of bringing back the thing of, you see like Noella with the control rug goes, yeah, I control him, see, watch, move. You move. Might be the case.
So if you relaying that to me, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
If he relays it.
If you relay that to me, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
I'm gonna fly up to the third floor.
Okay.
So
Are you okay for falling behind me?
we're in agreement at this point that there's no lever. Verbal commands are not working.
Well, no, but to a degree.
Yep, on the right hand.
To a degree, you can tell that based off Noella's little thing of a golem with a control rod and you speak a command and it does it, yes. You kind of thinking that, that's probably the reason for these 4 golems. Being another construct that, like, you could definitely tell that there's magic in them, or else how else do they come alive when you approach the elevator and it lowered?
Find the control rod to do so.
Rise.
No. What did the Rictavo always have on it?
Stab.
His cane.
The cane.
His cane was a sword. So
Okay.
you guys have the right answer. You're just executing it wrong.
Please, Raz?
Grab the chain.
No.
The elevator.
You're the one on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're on this lift. What do you do?
I'm getting on with him.
That's only big enough for one.
I'm not going to get on with him.
With the information I just gave you, what do you do?
I'm going to cast prestidigitation
Mm-hmm.
and just do a little flame in my hand.
Okay.
See if it does anything at first.
Not at all.
Just tell it to fucking go up. What if the platform is the control rod?
Okay, no.
I didn't say anything to it when I first approached it.
When you approached it, it lowered itself when you approached it. Yes, and then you stood on it, and then one's flying up to a third, one's starting to climb up, and you're there on it.
Now what you're standing on.
You're looking up, and you see 3
What
floors.
was Spider-Man? Up, go, rise. Up.
Second floor.
Every so many
Jackass.
feet, it feels like it rises and then lowers, and then rises and then lowers.
Because
and
they're
then
moving the
rises.
chains themselves.
And you get up to the 2nd floor and you see the right when you're about to start to climb up and get it, this elevator's just there. And,
I'm just holding onto the chain now. I'm just like, I'm moving.
well, if you're moving, it's moving up with you.
I know, if she's holding it, she's just. Okay, there's a there's a.
Oh.
She's just gonna slide down. Nice meeting you. It looks like you got the elevator working. What'd you do?
And you go up.
Apparently I'm the control.
You go up to the 2nd floor and it stops.
Huh?
You go up to the 2nd floor and it stops.
It stops. Was there anything on the 2nd floor there? Fucking cat! I saw the cat come through the 2nd floor.
The cat flew
It's
up
heavy.
to the 3rd floor.
He's going up to the 3rd floor, apparently the same way I went, but apparently I hit a wall, a ceiling, and he does it because he has floating boots.
No, you were climbing the rope.
You're climbing the road.
Check to see if there's anything on the 2nd floor.
You know what I mean?
Climbing the rope. As you were climbing the rope, now it's starting to move and it's kind of like pulling you up, pulling you down,
she was
pulling you
hugging
up,
it.
pulling it down.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought
well,
you said I was
you're
hitting a
on it,
wall.
and eventually you're going to get up to the wall and going. Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah, she was on to the 3rd floor. She wouldn't. She kept going there right before.
You're trying to get squeezed in the hole to go up to the 3rd floor. You're trying to get squeezed in the hole.
That's the platform. The chains go through the platform for the wall. So whenever you rise up to the next floor, the chain goes up to the next floor, and then the platform goes up.
Okay, so wouldn't it have the same physics for him?
Seminar!
Because there's a big hole, the big platform,
He able to hear me?
and then it's pulling.
I get that.
Should be able
He
to.
on
There's a giant
platform.
hole that the cat just fell through.
He not on platform. He able to float through a hole the
Sure.
size of chain links. I can't
No,
float.
no.
floating.
There's a
through-
5-foot shaft where the elevator is that goes straight up into the hole.
I thought we were
That goes
talking
straight
about
up into the main hole. Fuck you. It goes straight up like an elevator with levels as it goes. The chains are fed through holes on the side of the platform that go up into like a smaller hole that only the side of the chain comes in. So as you're holding on to the rope or the chain as it's going, your head is about to smack off and start bouncing.
You're just watching me do this and be like, I'm gonna watch you go through the holes. I'm going up this way.
Well, you ever seen like after a while when like an old machine wants to work and that horror movie's there and the old school fucking sausage fucking things that grinds the meat? That's what's about to happen.
I was thinking more.
And you slide down and you hopped onto the thing. So
I was thinking more
up on the second floor
Tom
and it
Is
stops.
anything on the second floor that we've got? Nothing. Okay.
It's empty.
Just don't walk on or you go.
Oh, 25 on investigation for the third floor.
Okay. As you're looking through, you're up, and like everything, it goes up a couple feet and then down a couple feet and then up a couple feet and down. Like that's what they're doing. They're pulling up and down on these ropes, and it's a rough ride. It is a jerk of a ride going up
It's
and
good thing you don't
down.
have a stomach.
I'm gonna haul up some of that.
We can't hear you.
There's a big ass hole in the floor from where he fell
we're
through.
working up each hole as we go up.
Okay. Well, you walk around the third floor here, since you're the only one.
Well,
that can
he's
actually touch down.
Yeah, he can just be like
he's
this the
up
whole
on the
time,
thing.
just like a giant ass tooth fairy.
Giant fucking.
So as you're looking and you guys are about to go up to the, as you guys are going up, you guys hit the third floor, but it does not stop.
Okay.
Your command was up. It's still going up. So as it's going up, you're searching the room and you're seeing them rise.
Bye, I guess.
Time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away in places.
Thank God you didn't step on it.
Thank God you're still hovering.
Check for
That would hurt.
the mildew.
No, the
The
fall.
40-foot fall.
The 40-foot fall.
Through another,
Because for every 5 feet is a D6. For every 5 feet, that's 8 D6s right now. If you were to touch down.
Just as we're about
And
to.
even if he maxed out the D6s, still survive.
Who's your feather fall?
As we're coming level with the fourth floor
We're
at
still
this
going,
point,
aren't we?
I'm going to yell stop.
Well, it stops at the fourth floor because that's as high as
I
it
didn't
goes.
know.
Can't get up.
It won't go all the way up. Up takes you all the way up to the last floor, which is the fourth.
Okay, have a
Would
look
you
around.
step off if you try? I would do 1 foot
I'm
first.
not stepping off of this platform. You're going to walk around.
It's like the little goblin crab. Gotcha.
Let me know if
As you guys approach this fourth floor,
Pristine as fuck.
unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of somebody recently living there. And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through an arrow slit, as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. And old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somewhat remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang iron chains and support the tower's elevator platform.
Down with the bastani. Oh, that's right. She's gonna go out a little bit. Ricky Ticky Tabby. Tabby!
I think if anybody was here, they'd have been alerted.
Unless it's just like. I
Seriously, the cat fell through the floor.
He probably is waiting up there to see if you're gonna get up there, but like, do you know what I went through? Yeah, you shredded the elevator.
You know what I went through? Yeah, my fucking floor.
You wouldn't be able to get up to us.
No.
Yeah, it's blocked off of this.
You're stuck on that floor.
But he could go
I
down.
can move.
down.
You can tell the elevator to go down.
Probably elevator came down with us.
As you guys are up top. I mean, yes, this floor is look like it is structured to where nothing will break through, nothing will fall. There's things of inhabitants that was there. You see a desk, books, chest, a suit of armor, and stuff like that.
Suit of armor.
As you're looking around, you see kind of like a ball, kind of nosed up on the bed. A ball.
Does it look like a familiar ball? She's
like somebody's like curled up in it.
Does it look familiar before she taps it?
It's a ball like some things underneath the covers of the bed.
I'm gonna get that in bed.
Oh. Just don't stab it if it's tugging, please.
No, that's not.
She's gonna crawl from the bed. Go. Thank you.
Even
Jump
quick
off the bed,
reflex. You see, shot up. Not even thinking straight. Kazan, protect! And you see this armor just and just fly off like Iron Man's pieces, and you just see it form onto this guy as he wakes up, and you just see this armor just start now encase him, and as he stands up and kind of catches this thing, Von Richten's just
I like your armor.
Easy there, Ricky.
Listen, I can sleep like that too sometimes, so I just don't have that kind of armor. It's good to know you got a good nap in you.
Relax. Not home.
Okay,
Fish, not food.
Fish off friends.
And
not
he goes, Kazan, rest. And the armor just comes back off and replaces itself.
You
on
gotta
the thing.
teach me.
I'm gonna step off the platform and say, down.
Nothing. Nothing happens. Who's still at the bottom?
Bobby,
You two.
Look over to
Sewer's on the third floor, probably going like this. Let me in, and the other two.
Well, no, he's flying. Oh, yeah, he's there. Somebody approach the elevator!
I'll walk up to it.
Go under it. Not that close.
So, as you're approaching with the interest of using it, it lowers, and you see it give way from the fourth. It starts to descend all the way slowly down to the rear cap on, and even you see as you fly up to with that speed, as soon as it goes through, kind of like a fly, as soon as it finds a hole. Same thing, Von Richten's like, cut! And you're like, oh.
I told you, he's on the floor below.
I forgot how many.
Two more of
Now,
us.
when the elevator comes back
Happens
up,
so fast.
it is
Yes.
Ryu and Noella. But while she's coming up, I must tell you something quickly before she comes up.
Okay.
I'm gonna step on the platform.
She drank his
Rise.
blood. She drank his blood.
I'm weirdly just gonna
You should not be named.
look at him as he's getting on it to go up.
He's not there yet. Ready to come see you. Danica
Something
Nolan
going up.
recommended it.
It goes all the way up to the fourth floor.
And she just sits there like she didn't say anything to Rick Zavo. She's just like kicking her legs
Well,
like.
he's here. You come up.
No, I'm coming.
No, she's stepping on the platform now. And as soon as you step on, it's there.
Go over.
What? It goes all the way up to the fourth floor where it stops, and there you guys are all there.
She goes and shot shots on
At least some of you figured it out.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Simon actually like, I am the controller.
A nifty little invention, isn't it?
Yes, very
Quite
good.
clever.
What do you call it? An elevator.
It's not mine.
Dumb waiter.
Excellent.
This tower is not mine.
Then who's? Never mind.
This tower was abandoned. It has quite a history.
You tell. I like to
It's my it's right now it's considered my own base of operations as far as learning as it goes. But this particular tower once belonged to a archmage named Kazan. He was once employed by Straudh to raise Castle Ravenloft. He was the arch wizard of the castle, or of Straudh, his advisor, as he hired.
Before Straudh was well.
Yeah, before Straudh became who he is now. When he was human, Kazan was his royal advisor / wizard. After his work of the castle was complete, he helped construct the castle. After it was complete, he retired to the Barovian Valley and built this tower for himself on a small island of Lake Baratok. With the help of some engineers and laborers, he built earth and gravel castaway connecting the island to the nearby shore. In his waning years, he has visited the Ember Temple before. And kind of like following in Strahd's footsteps, because he went there too. And Straudh just came back different, so he went out to like investigate on his own. And he uncovered a secret, that this dark secret. And it was just, it's been so many years, I don't know what he found, but the secret was dark. And then, I don't know if it made him mad, but that might have. Legend goes, something happened and Straudh died, and Kazan shortly followed. But then, I guess, with this newfound, whatever he found at this Ember Temple, Straudh rose from the dead. He rose as a vampire that we know now.
If it's anything to what he said, if there's any truth in that. We mentioned to you before, just as I've talked with Danica and Erwin, about him offering his blood. Whoever would drink it would be of him. He would go back to sleep. He's so tired, blah, blah, blah.
I'm looking out the broken window now.
Whomever may have given Straudh the blood was the reason Straudh became a vampire. So if he supposedly died or was on his deathbed and that would have happened, would it be as this person, whenever somebody fed on blood,
She's kind of like, while she's looking out the window, she's looking to Rectavo and then to Noella. You can't see that.
I mean, I was
She's
never unclothed myself. I've had to
Yeah.
look on
she's like, would that be how it would be when someone drinks of the blood?
Like I said, I mean, I don't know what dark secret was uncovered in the Ember Temple. I just know that for Straudh, it turned in, after he died and rose as a vampire. So something in that temple turned him. We found some dark secret within the temple that made him who he is. For Kazan, I know that it led to him destroying himself later. Because the only other information I got on Kazan, it references to a lich. To a lich. In trying, from what, I mean, you can see him, he's kind of pulling up another tome and it's just falling to pieces. He's trying to pick up the pages and put them back in there. And it's just like, just kind of just rusting it off and trying to find back to where he was. I've become a lich, an entity of undead that can control the undead. mighty power that maybe surpassing the master.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier.
I'm missing something. It's almost like he's reading a diary. I don't know what I'm missing. The temple keeps on giving me different things to do. These voices keep talking to me.
Hold on a second. Rewind that back a second. These voices.
I'm just reading this excerpt.
She's
here.
looking back at Noella.
These voices talking, telling me to do things, and I think I'm going mad. I don't know. This is the last century. I think I found the secret to it. I'm gonna try this spell and see if it works. And then and then he flips over the next page and it's just this scorch mark.
She kind of like tugs and gets real quiet.
You have to
gotta
go.
be in character.
You have to go to wrestling, and you just like.
She's like whispering.
Stage whisper.
Stage whisper.
She mentioned she heard voices. We found her up the night of. First, she asked to visit random and she slept, and the vitamins were all by themselves.
I'm just like looking out the window, settling with my little raven.
They're just in Evanescence now.
Remove your cloak.
She's holding the raven.
Let me get a look at you. Why are you hiding? You're always cheerful. He slowly grabs his cane.
A little raven back in my face. Oh, my raven was all fucked up in my kitties. I gotta put it back. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna look.
He kind of picks up and he's like holding his cane, like in the middle, and he just goes like this.
I'm gonna turn around towards everybody. I'm gonna grab my cloak and pull it down. Just look over at him.
Ah!
It's a bitch.
Definitely, she does. She does look a little paler.
Feeling alright?
And as quickly as as soon as she removes it, and you start to see, she kind of just gives that and just looks over. It's lightning speed. And it touches you, and you see the smoke and singe start to go on her face.
Well, that's interesting. Yep, you alright there?
Have you drank
When?
when?
You were tied up. The only thing you had was your arms unbound. When did you drink blood? There's no blood on you.
Have you fed yet? Even with that, you're perked. You're perked. You're alert now. You are full on. You know where this is going.
Yeah. Zero's gonna start drawing his sword and
Yeah, this is probably about the time that Ryder was gonna get a arrow ready.
Stay your blades.
what would stay?
Do not draw blood. I asked the question. Have you fed?
Not exactly sure. By that,
He gave you something, right, Straudh? He gave you a vial pretty much of his own blood, right?
Yes.
You drank it. Have you fed after that?
I honestly can't answer that word.
Have you met a fatal blow yet?
Dream, possibly.
You never mentioned this.
And in my dream, I was coerced into, I guess,
Who coerced you?
this was it was.
Was there a thing?
What happened in this dream?
I was told I ended up drinking whatever this thing was.
What, the thing in your dream? What did this being look like?
Basically faceless.
Okay, well, what was...
It was extremely tall.
Okay.
Long arms, long legs. Moved in a very contorted manner.
Did it have any other features to it? Color of its skin, maybe? The claws of its hands?
Well, that was a week ago, so did it? Because I can't remember.
It was red.
Okay, yes.
Okay, well then, yes. It didn't have many facial features. Just very hollow eyes. It was almost like I didn't have the control. I didn't take it. That's one of it. It was like I didn't have control. It said to me something along the lines of drink, and I told it in the most polite way that I possibly could that it could fuck off. But that didn't seem to work very well. But it was a dream. I didn't physically feed off of anybody or anything. And Simonak was in my room with me. Can't feed off of something that doesn't have blood.
Did you remember that you saw blood and then nothing was there? So you just think of it so imagination?
With being in tension mode or moving. And then I saw her like making circuit sounds. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Learned something. Sorry. Because I wasn't sure where you guys are going, so I'm not very familiar with this as it goes. But you see him go over to that wooden chest, and he kind of just, you see him just like with a purpose. He just lifts it open right now, and then as soon as he lifts it up, you quickly smell the scent of lavender. Maybe like the smell of like oils and stuff like that.
This is his chest full of essential oils.
He's gonna
Well, no.
oils of a cure.
He opens up his chest and you catch that whiff. And he goes, "Here, hold this," and he tosses it. So we'll go. Here, I'll randomly roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You are good.
So hold on. 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Roll a d10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he just hold it, and he just throws it, and you catch it, and it's a shrunken, severed head.
Oh, great! Now we're going to Beetlejuice.
Looks like it's well preserved. You just have it in your hand.
Aw, you got some head.
Oh, that's. And he looks up and he sees this book, and he's like almost like a bigger tome. He's.
Listen, he gave it to you to hold. You gotta hold it.
Nope.
Yours not putting it.
Oh, that's Jan, by the way.
It yawns?
No, his name is Jan.
If this thing yawns at me, I might
His name is Jan.
Like John, but yawn.
You would probably end up talking, but this tower holds many things that does not make him talk. Well, you're a cleric. Do you have the ability to speak with the dead?
I'm good.
Well, you could probably talk to
Let
him.
me see it. Here, make it talk. Hey, yawn.
Give it a French accent.
I mean, do you have the spell speak with the dead?
You sleep me dead.
I can't help but think of the Russian from Hellboy that they dig up.
I need to get away.
Do you have that spell actually?
I don't have it in my notes.
Okay.
So
It's not that.
good because I don't want to talk to
Well,
this
you don't
creepy
need to
fucking
like
thing
that.
anyway.
I did forget a detail, and I want to point it out, so I rewind just a little bit. When you did prestidigitation, it did not go off.
Oh, so we're in anti-magic field. Fairies!
It did not go off.
Anti-fairy barons.
It tried. You could see the little ball of fire, and then it just.
Yes. So did my boots work?
No.
Oh. You tried.
Bruce is
All you
still
see
back
is
in
the orc
the
trying to
basement.
jump. Like, guys, I can
So
fly.
I will give the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna roll. Shit.
Alright, yeah.
24. That's 60.
Hell, if my boots never worked from the first floor up, I mean, I never took off.
So you
You
just
just
never
watch
took
him try
off.
to jump and fly. Like, why didn't it work?
So yeah. He tried, never took off. So cool. So fast forward through all that.
What the hell's going on? How do I shot web?
He closes this book and red skin had fangs. He cut his arm and made you drink blood. His blood. Sounds like it's vampire. Oh yeah. You just
Oh, you don't want you? I'll take one.
you can hold on.
Shrunken head there. Eyeball, some teeth. Oh, I got an awesome pack.
Klepto goblin.
I don't. Necro goblin.
Listen, when you bring that shit up in conversation, you'll never know when you need it. So you want to scare someone away? Hey, you want to see my friend Yon? What's Yon? Hello, and Yon. Goes it back in.
Onion.
Je suis on.
Now, is it a sweet onion or a red
There's some
onion?
teeth. Hi, I'm Tooth Fairy. Have a met?
And then, like, as I'm talking to him, I'm gonna be like super fidgety with my little thing.
Being so sorry.
Ah! Hey, look, it talked.
Sounds like whatever this entity is much older than, and by some of the description you gave me, it sounds like this is vampire talking.
Isn't that supposed to be like the original vampire?
Makes sense.
Or the vampire?
Not always as dumbfounded as I thought you were.
Well, you told me that before. I got louder. You told me that before. I just remember stuff really, really well.
Which is where how long?
I ain't as think as you dumb I am.
Well, I mean, Based on description, yes, it sounds like this was Vampire talking.
Ooh, you got sugar daddy.
If Straud's, you drank it willingly though. And you offered yourself to him.
With
But it's not without. The purpose was good. It wasn't as an evil purpose. You didn't, thank God you didn't feed it to your friend here, because that would probably end bad. But
Wait, what?
yeah, he offered to feed it to you, and I said,
if he would have fed it to you on the verge of death, you would have died. Then you would have been reborn in 24 hours as a vampire.
and you would have wanted to die, and
So good, thinking of what you are. Of what you are, you would have been the spawn of a vampire. And I would
Alright, I'm gonna need another drink.
I would
Oh,
not
come on.
like to have killed you.
She's got a giant bottle of Red Dragon.
All four of us gave them a drink.
you want the biggest bottle?
Big bottle. She's got 2 more.
More for me.
You can keep the rest. Just make sure I return the bottle afterwards. It's about that big of a bottle of Red Dragon.
I might be able to reverse these
He's sitting there
effects.
just chugging away.
And you can blow squeeze glass.
One shape, one shape, shape, one shape, shape. Thanks. What kind of glass is that?
Yeah, that was probably the main reason why I tried to convince everybody into coming here first before we went anywhere else. I thought I could do it myself. Does not seem to be the case.
21 on Constitution saving throw.
For what?
Drinking the entire bottle.
Ginormous bottle of Red Dragon. He's like, yeah, no, I feel it done. I'm good.
I'm good.
Keep him away from the hole.
Yeah. Hits a 1 by accident. Ah! Feels the over. Ah! So it catches your eyes.
No, it's up there because everybody came up on it.
You were the last one up, Noella.
I might be able to reverse these effects. But I can't do it here.
Where else do we go?
Away from the tower, at least. At least a little bit away from the tower. The tower, I've come to realize that
Doesn't allow magic.
you see him try to take his thing, goes. Like the crystal or the diamond, shine bright, and you see it go.
Although there is something that does work, it's the command words and that armor.
The golems are made.
Yeah.
There's nothing magical about them.
What about the suit? What was that about?
Suit?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's Iron Man.
The suit is living.
Hi.
Or can I get me a second?
You right there.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Oh, cool. What about a suit? What?
You can see the armor.
You just see like Kazan wave. You see the bracers just.
It looks alive.
That is awesome.
So when
Oh,
you
those levels.
you
That
so
is,
you say
has to be unholy.
Kazan.
It came with the tower. I mean, if you guys didn't notice on the door, it said Kazan
So wait,
on it.
does
I
that mean
totally
if
missed
you
that.
say Kazan, come closer? Is it only-
What?
That is so cool. Why are you scared of
Why
it?
can't I be doing
For some reason, have this.
Simonac, jump up and down. See? Because you don't have control over him, you don't need one. That thing's a living
Listen to
thing.
you and your choices.
I don't,
Wait,
you
I
don't
don't know.
need to
For some
control
reason,
that.
I just have a fear of walking suits of armor.
Free robots.
I think there's not.
Okay, so basically, we can go outside and you can fix me, right? Cool. Can we do that? Please? If it's about something stupid, I
No.
might hit you with my
so remember who did he have to go see when we left there last?
Yeah, how was that anyway? I was seeing Raiden.
Yeah,
I was just saying, how was
You know what
Sparky?
you're Googling?
Well, he knows of you.
Oh.
Evidently,
that's cool.
it was a rather electrifying conversation me and him had.
He knows of you. He's watched you from distances. Remember that story way back when? We all heard the story, I think, before of a powerful wizard that went against Straudh on top of a waterfall.
One fought him and failed.
He failed, right?
Where you
He's
went
still
mad.
alive.
The
They
one,
said he's gone on the map.
you're the one who's went mad.
Oh, he's mad.
He
He's
didn't
angry.
kill you. So you can't be mad.
I found a way around it. He has his good days and bad days, but he is the wizard that went against him and fought him in the first war of him as a vampire taking over. He did fail, and that's what drove him being that powerful to fail against a vampire. So something's amiss. He has more. Straudh must have more power on his side than even this mage could muster. But he is alive, and he lives up in the mountains. That's where I found him. A mansion just appeared out of fucking nowhere.
What did he have to say?
Well, that was between me and him.
Tell you what was a good conversation since you're not.
You know what kind of conversation it was?
What's your
A and B conversation.
But it's just odd that that's who he was. He's very. Come to think of it, he's done great deeds. He has made plenty of tomes, and he knows about all manner of creatures. I think he wrote a book called called Tomes and Foes.
Would any of
A
us know
tome
that?
of foes.
Would any of us know that?
No, because I just broke the fourth wall.
Okay.
I knew.
Because I broke the fourth wall.
Alright, Deadpool.
Tome of Foes.
Oh, so that's him.
Mordekin.
Hold on, let's
Mordecai lived in that road of Kings.
Mordekin's. Mordekin's Tome of Foes. He made this book. That is who fought against Straudh and lost. He is a very powerful mage. I think the years he did go mad, I think he helped construct with a certain individual known as the Tomb of Horrors.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, 30 years later, you don't say.
Oh, I'll intertwine the other campaign into this. Easy.
Meanwhile, no. Attention.
I'm sorry.
But I think that's what.
No,
That was him, and Mordekin is the wizard. He's the one who started all the schools. He was the father of magic. Spawned a lot of people to go into follow his path. That's why there's a lot of wizards and sorcerers that learn and study. Some do go on the wrong end and find dark powers and seek them for strength, for power, and end up turning into liches, such as one of his students. Goes by a Sirac now.
Sirac? Is he an asshole?
Sirac. Probably. But I believe Mordekin too also had a second one that surpassed even Sirac and gone into higher forms, even reached the Golden Gates, and became a deity. So he comes with great power.
Isn't he one with the dragon?
Only thing left of this that we know of that's an artifact that's all but lost to my knowledge is an eye and a hand.
What's that?
Did you catch it?
Yep. Well, it explains why he was so intrigued by this. My pullback tattoo over the dragon.
1 minute caught him on the good day. Where he found you.
Hey, take your hand.
But this tower is just the magic field prevents any magic from being cast inside. This was Kazan's safe haven. No wizard can go and duel him while he's in this tower. So Mordekin has never came over and tried to destroy it. Because of this field of magic prevents any magic from being casted in it or around it. That's why I said we have to be a little bit further away, but we can easily go, and he kind of walks over to the left and goes, if that's what we are doing, ground.
He goes by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting outside.
How?
This stuff.
You can't.
It's too high up.
It's a spell.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna.
You see him go, Hurr! She kind of like, nothing happens, fuck.
Wrong Misty Step.
I'm just taking an excerpt from Simonac here as he tries to get. He doesn't have prestidigitation because he tries it and he knows it doesn't work, so he reaches in his pocket, reaches in the bag that Havela has, and pulls up this moldy bread and just drops it right behind you.
How's the decorum, woman?
What was bread?
As Simonac kind of goes, "Do you shit yourself?"
I hate you all.
Why do you hate me?
I hate you less.
Okay.
Oh, here's your control rod back.
Come on, man. We was over that for a little while now.
Listen, the only control rod he's had is whenever he had to stick up his you know what, and then it got pulled out and he beat someone to death.
Well,
with it.
I kind of just fed the info, like, you know, kind of like took control of your character for like a half second because I just wanted to throw in that, because I think that would have been really fucked up with you still trying to fuck with it.
So next, since you are moving
And
forward,
as he
guys,
gets
you wanna
off-
go on the elevator? Next.
You guys approach, and one by one, the
Yeah, I was
rises
gonna
and
say, I
lowers.
should really step on before anybody else. I'm
Get
saying,
on
down.
This bitch.
Alright, so we're outside.
Make his way outside. Holy shit.
Time to fix this fucking bitch.
Ain't none of them fixing that. Never mind. Because ain't nobody going anywhere near that chip ham sandwich.
How do you know what it looks like? Did you check her out?
Nope, but I don't want to.
How do you know
I
who
was
that?
in-
Have you been to her
I was
deli?
in the latrine one time. This motherfucker come over.
Right when you guys are all at that ground floor, he goes to the back door and kind of opens it. As soon as he puts his hand on his door,
Are you expecting guests, Toby?
no.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I want to turn into one of those.
There'll be a lot of different worse things to turn
Look,
into.
you got your skull. Don't kill me.
What have you done?
Close the door.
Nothing that I know of.
Freaking Straudh trying to serenade her in her head.
Closes the door, a bard just appears.
As-
fucking Scanlan starts playing music.
Shitting magic beads.
As he goes,
Hey,
and
babe, swallow.
you see him open the door. Like, slowly opens the door. And it's open.
Dude, this is like some Blair Witch stuff. Again, there's a giant in front of the door. Could be old from the place.
They got a cave troll.
Excuse me, stayed behind.
Opens it, he just opens the door and just, you know what, fuck it. He opens the door and just walks out.
I'm going with him. Hammer at the ready.
Directly behind them.
I'm pulling an arrow back.
As you guys get out and you're right there at the tower, try to open the back door here. We're all there at the ready, and you hear it. You hear the howling and the constant howling of these wolves. And you're trying to make out where they're coming from.
See what the fuck was about to do.
And then the door. Fuck, I forgot it locks itself after so long.
Do the dance in Macarena.
That's around the other side, to the front of the
Oh,
tower.
yeah, right, the back.
This is the back.
back.
Shit. And there you hear the.
That's it.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck you.
There goes the
We're
book.
rolling, boys. And I'm guessing that's where they leave off.
Standing there at the ready, in position,
Ooh, that's what
is this massive, towering, bigger than the others, of this bipedal wolf,
Here's part of
wearing teared clothes, just stretched out.
Uh-oh.
As he gives one giant, more howling begins, and about 6 more of these bipedal wolves come out behind him.
Goblins are friend, not food.
And they're all together, like just a pack of rabid wolves. Just snarling, growling, drooling at the thing. And then about 9 more. 9 more just normal, what looks to be just wolves. All come up behind these guys. So you got the main one, and you got 6 more, then you have 9 behind the 6. And these are kind of like they're starting to sneak up in between the legs and
Look, Straudh's puppies are here.
that's where we're in.
And she said that.
And that's where we'll end tonight. With you guys starting next section in a fight.
Our initiatives now.
Oh, I just rolled a D. I rolled a 20.
What? Okay, we can take your initiative. That's perfectly fine because I have yet to
Oh no,
roll
I was
theirs.
just saying because I don't really care, but it's just the fact that I rolled that's one of the time we were going to do initiative.
We'll take it. We'll write that way. We have a track, and then I will make the map for next week, and then we'll go from there. So let me pull out their shit.
Welcome to the fuck.
I don't know if it's in this book. I might have to original.
Not wrong.
Yeah. You gotta have a little positivity in your mind. Don't be a negative Nelly.
Nope, they're not that one.
No, it's negative Nelly. Not Nancy Pelosi. I'm kidding. It was just a name. First one that came to mind. No, seriously, it was the first one that came to mind. I try to stay away from that stuff like it's a plague. I have enough of that stuff at my house. Well, not my house, my family shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
You know when it's time to roll for initiative, I roll right.
Everybody hand in their $5 to Frank. We have ours in the $2 in.
God damn it.
Mike. I'll check one. Open it.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I know, I'm an asshole.
I think you
I don't
must
think we're
really
gonna
like
do
it.
that.
Not bad. We'll see.
I'm the son of a sailor. You do the math.
That's not a sailor.
That was in the Navy.
One.
Not a sailor. He's a seaman.
He's not wrong. Well, that's what they're called.
You were quite the swimmer in the day you were born.
I hate all of you.
Not too much, because I'm not that big a fan of
Listen,
it.
I'm charging for these jokes. I can't believe that went well. I didn't expect it
Swimmingly.
to actually put that all the way to the game.
You know, as I was doing it, I was like, oh man, I want to hear
You saying
Oh,
a
no.
joke and it's smooth sailing?
Are they smooth?
It must have been a rocky boat if you know it came in like this.
Listen,
Okay.
for like 2 minutes.
So since those are set,
Speaking of that.
okay. So we'll do initiative. So 25 to 20. Fuck, 3 of you.
Yes.
25, 24, 23, 22.
Not 20 on the plus 2.
Avela with a
Yes.
22.
And I get 2 attacks now, so
So 21.
extra weekend.
You're both at a 20. Right?
Yep.
Who has the higher dex?
On me.
What's yours?
+5.
Ah, he's got it. I'm +3.
Crickets.
Okay. So 20 to 15. Ooh. So 8. Where are you at?
17.
16, 19, 13, 1.
I thought that thing was
Five.
flying further away and landed right. That was cool. That was cool.
You need sleep.
I need sleep.
You need sleep. I have dyslexic brain. That doesn't mean I'm tired. My brain was just very dyslexic and I'm very disappointed.
That's unfortunate. That's just weird. Okay. That's crazy because it goes you guys, then all them.
Great.
Then so it goes all you guys, then it goes the other 16.
16.
16.
Mhm.
Cool.
Nice.
6 werewolves.
Uh-huh.
Well, the big one. 6 more werewolves, and then 9 wolves on top. 6 and 9 is 15, plus 1 is 16.
So, does that mean that Tavi's...
16 creatures altogether.
What's Tavi's role in this? No fun.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Something shit.
He's just gonna be standing there like, there's some fuckery happening. I can't get out of it.
He can attack. I just never pull up this shit.
I'm just trying to imagine the fight if he didn't roll for him. He's just watching shit flash before his face.
He's like, I'm out.
I got bit. I can't do nothing. I got bit again. What the fuck's going on? I can't move. Oh! Make it
He's
back
doing
to our
peanut
front
food.
door. Quick! Dance in front of it. Nice.
All in
He
Work
forgot
up.
to roll for Tavi.
All I know.
Is this nighttime now?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It come out in fucking middle of fucking daylight.
Nope, you triggered it.
You triggered it.
Yeah, that's why he asked me what did I do.
That's why I looked back and said, what did you do?
We gave away
What the fuck did I do?
we hurt Yon's feelings.
Well, it's not what you didn't do anything. He looked back at the party and goes, what did you do?
Looks like good night.
Our existence.
Yeah.
It's not night yet. It is still daytime.
No, I said how we said good night yet.
No.
What
So-
did we do?
What triggered it was the lightning from
Oh.
the tower. The crackling and thunder of
We
lightning.
touched your door.
The door went off. You set the trap off the door
And the door was no longer trapped.
because you rushed the shit, so lightning flew off. So the crackling called the nearby pack of wolves.
Oh shit.
So
We got that.
Well,
I would cut back on both as we're all waiting. So, is it on that one?
now.
Okay, I saw it light up. Cool. It actually lights up blue. So, from us, from the D20 Misfits, you know, we will. Misfits.
That's what.
We're ending tonight's little session here. We'll pick up next week. Still hold it in your calendar. June 21st, 7 p.m. Those who watch the show, we're thinking about doing spectators to watch in a live show. That's going on for the second part of our one shot with Vulcan Adventures. You guys like the content and see like that, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell to see when our next stuff is coming up. And like I said, any feedback from you guys as far as what we're doing, just comment in the sections below to see how we're doing. You know, if you guys like what you're seeing right there, if we need to improve on a couple of things, we're trying to grow. So any feedback is always priceless. So
Trial and error.
trial and error, exactly. So from us at the D20 Misfits, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Good night.
And good night.
Farewell. Rest them over there.
I said we could cut back and forth, bro.
Yeah.
They don't move.
Oh.
I didn't know you were gonna.